Maryland High School.
There's been numerous incidents.
It's time for KOVC Sports.
And welcome everyone here to the Highliner Activity Center for the first time in, well, almost a month. In fact, it might be right at a month. As we finally get set for the Valley City Highliners to retake the floor, and it'll be a doubleheader today. It'll be Valley City Northern Cavs for both boys and girls. Last time these two boys teams met, it was Northern Cass that just ran away from the Highliners in the second half of that game. And now if you're Valley City, you're kind of just, again, you're looking to just get something positive going. And, you know, it's simplistic to say that, you know, you just need something to go your way, but that's really what it feels like. Nothing really has gone the way of Valley City this year. They haven't had buzzard's luck beating teams like Lisbon. Well, they played a team like Northern Cass. Northern Cass has played up to their top end of their abilities. For Valley City, it's all about playing to a level that, you know, that they know they can reach. We know this Valley City team can shoot it better than they have. We know that they can rebound it better than they have. That loss against Central Cass, I mean, that is just a loss that is going to live in infamy, so to speak, for this season. And you're just going to hope to try to move on from it. But all Valley City really can do right now is legitimately try to just move on. And that's all they can do on the boys' side. You're listening to our Sanford L pregame show here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC. Folks, if you're wondering why is he on so late, well, because of the bubble, the W.E. Osman Fieldhouse having that flooded court. That's where they played one of the JV games, so they have to play two JV games on a split court here, so they have to pull the bleachers in, so I can't get up. And I was also told under no uncertain terms was I going to be allowed to climb up the bleachers and bring my stuff up here. So that is why we have a bit of a delayed start today. But hopefully we'll have ourselves two good games today. Valley City takes on the Northern Cass Jaguars. We'll start out with the boys' game here. Opening tip coming up in a few minutes for Valley City. Looks like starting lineup today is going to be Mike and Matson, Finn Doctor, Xander Compson, Jack Samuelson, and Jack Dieterle. Going back to the result, the last time these two teams faced off, it was a 59-45 win for the Northern Cass Jaguars. And the Northern Cass is right down there with Valley City and Lisbon at the bottom of Region 1, but Northern Cass can ill afford to drop games because, again, the higher you are up from the bottom, the more likely it is you get a favorable matchup in the first round. Essentially, the difference between being 5th and being 6th is the difference between having to play Central Cass, Wahpeton, Kindred, or having a chance to just play Oak Grove. And Oak Grove's a good team, but you're going to take three teams that could legitimately make runs in the state tournament or Oak Grove. I think we all know which one that Northern Cass would like to gun for there. Take a look here at the Jaguars' recent run of play here. It's not been a bad run for them. Winners of 5 of their last 7. That started with that win over Valley City. Then they notched a win over Carrington. Beat Lisbon by 11, and then a loss to Hillsborough by 12. Mayport CG, a win for them. Drayton Valley Edinburgh, a win for them, and a recent loss to that Oak Grove Grover side by 14 points. So the Jaguars have been playing adequate, I would say, for where their expectations were at this year. But again, they can ill afford to drop a game like this and risk falling down the Region 1 standings if Lisbon were to catch on a bit of a hot streak. And Valley City, well, they're just looking to get something to go their way. They know they're running out of legitimate chances to pick up wins here in region play. It's probably going to be as good of a chance as they have in the last few games of the season. So the National Anthem pregame introduction is about to begin. We'll be back here after the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Leva's Foods, best quality, best price. Leva's Foods, best service, they're nice. Leva's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
Happy Valentine's Day from Lever's Foods. This week, check out these sweet deals on Our Family Jumbo Biscuits, 4 for $8.88. Simply Juice, $3.99. Jimmy Dean Breakfast, $6.97. Our Family Navel Oranges, 4-pound bag, just $2.99 each. And 4-ounce lobster tails, only $6.99 a piece. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
And welcome back here, everyone, to the Voice of the Valley, KOVC, also on our YouTube channel, KOVC Live, and, of course, over on newsdakota.com. Starting lineups today for both sides, again, for Valley City, Mike and Madsen, Finn Doctor, Xander Compson, Jack Samuelson, and Jack Dieterle. For the Jaguars, it's Brooks Crockett, Miles Freilich, Hudson Reichel. It's also going to be Parker Zeski and Chris Hoyland. So those are the starting five for both squads. And again, this is going to be a doubleheader today between the Highliners and the Jaguars. The Valley City girls season almost at an end. They have a couple more games to finish off here with Northern Cass and Oak Grove before they close the season against Carrington in what is probably going to be a top 5 matchup. But for the boys, again, they're just looking to break out of what has been a pretty much season-long funk. They haven't won a game since January 8th, so it's been a month of losing for this Valley City squad. And it started with a 8-point loss to Mayport CG. Then it followed up 14-point loss to Northern Cass, 27-point loss to Oak Grove, 30-point loss to Wahpeton, 20-point loss to Botno, 2-point loss to Rugby, 17-point loss to Kindred, 14-point loss to Devil's Lake, 2-point loss to Lisbon, and that game that shall never be mentioned again, that 88-26 loss to Central Cass. So Valley City takes on Northern Cass here in a game that could have some impacts in the seeding in Region 1 if Northern Cass slips up here. Valley City pretty much stuck on that bottom line, but Northern Cass loses. That leaves the back door open to Lisbon to potentially catch Northern Cass in the standings. Again, the difference between playing Wahpeton, Kindred, or Central Cass and playing Oak Grove. The ball's in the air, and we are underway. Northern Cass going to control the opening tip. Going to be Freilich wearing the mask, bringing the ball up. Now kicks it to Crockett. Crockett gets a good look for deep, and that'll hit off the back rim. No good. Dieterle with the rebound. So an empty possession here for Northern Cass as we look at our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. 7:40 to go here in this opening frame. Samuelson with the ball. Pump fakes on a pass. Now gives it over to Xander Compson. Thompson back here to Samuelson. 18 seconds on the shot clock. A little bit of a bobble there from Mike and Madsen back in the lineup after missing the Central Cass game with an illness. Doctor drove inside, got cut off now. Miken kicks it out to Compson. Compson gets cut off. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Dieterle. Now to Miken. That is a deep three. That's off the mark, so it'll be a shot clock violation. A lot of passing there for Valley City. Just no really creativity of getting the ball inside. And pretty easy defending there for the Jaguars. Just sitting back in the hammock and forcing a tough three-point shot that was well off the mark. Crockett nearly lost the dribble, being guarded here by Compson. Now kick it over to Freilich. Freilich now kicks this one over to Reichel. Reichel inside, going right at the bigs. And a late foul call is going to give the Jaguars 2 shots. Let's see who they get that one on. They're going to call that one on Samuelson. First foul on Samuelson. Reichel going to the stripe here for 2 shots. First foul shot is up and off the back rim, no good. Oh, Hudson Reichel starting out things. 0 of 1 from the stripe. Next foul shot is up and off the rim as well. So an 0 for 2 trip. Still a scoreless ball game here in the early stages of quarter number 1. Miken kicks this one over to Doctor. Doctor holds up the ball now to Dieterle behind the 3-point arc. Doesn't take many threes, if ever. He'll take a drive now, trying to bang his way inside. Kicks it to Miken. Miken, good spin move off the glass. Can't get it to go. That was a really good spin move by Miken. He had a good little kind of face-up hook shot and just could not get it to go. Jaguars just waltz their way right onto the free throw line and hit a jump shot. That'll be Reichel for 2 points. And a rolling ball going to get away from Valley City, and that'll stop the clock here at 6:12. So just a little bit under 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 2-0 lead for the Jaguars. Jaguars going to bring the ball up here with Freilich. Freilich sporting that black protective mask, and now a good move by Crockett to get by Xander Thompson for another easy 2 points. So Northern Cass has capitalized on the 2 easy looks they've had and have knocked them both down. Doctor gets stuck in the corner, tries to force a pass into Dieterle. Dieterle able to fight his way to the ball and put it up and in for 2 points. So Jack Dieterle gets Valley City on the board. 4-2 lead here for the Jaguars. Crockett again going inside. Going to kick this one out. 3-pointer on the way, and that's going to be knocked down by Zeski. So the Jaguars have made their last 3 shots in a row, and they now have a 7-2 lead. Mike and Madsen back with the ball, sizing up Zeski. Will kick this one back to Dieterle. Interior pass to Samuelson in the corner to Doctor. Now back to Samuelson. Trying to back down Crockett. A little face-up jump shot off the back rim. Long rebound goes the way of Northern Cass. And that'll be poked out of bounds by Valley City. Northern Cass will maintain possession of the ball. So a quick little inbounds here, and we're back underway. So the Jaguars have scored on their last 3 trips down the floor. Reminder, they also got to the stripe, the possession before that, but they went 0 for 2 at the stripe. This one back up top here to Crockett. He'll face up for a straight-on 3. No good. Crockett has had some tremendous shooting games against Valley City, but he's missed his first 2 3-point shots. Mikan going to kick this one over to Xander Thompson. Thompson bounces it over to Jack Samuelson. Interior pass. The Doctor misses a layup. Rushed his shot. Had more time than he thought. Kind of got himself turned around there. Had himself parked underneath the basket, but his back was towards the out-of-bounds area, so he's far too perched underneath it, and he just could not get that layup to go. Mikan gets a decent look for 3, but airmails it. Brooks Crockett able to get over there and do just enough to force the miss. Good little head fake there for the Jaguars. They go inside, and that's another 2 points. Valley City cannot keep biting at the initial head fake. That's twice they've gotten caught on a head fake, and twice the Jaguars have just moseyed on in for easy points. Turnaround 2 for Xander Thompson off the back rim, and no good. Valley City cannot take the lid off the basket here as we're halfway through quarter number 1. Intercepted there. Thompson now throws a long transition pass to Mike and Madsen, who's going to be able to run it down. So Valley City turns the defense into offense and have finally managed to get another basket. Crockett on the outside here, guarded by Thompson. Will give this one over to Freilich. Freilich guarded by Finn Doctor. Jaguars push this one into the corner for Evanson. Jaguars setting up the offense once again here, now down to 12 seconds on the shot clock. They go inside, and that'll be an and-one opportunity as Freilich just muscled his way inside and drew the foul on Finn Doctor. So that'll be the first foul on Doctor, second foul on Valley City. Freilich dips down low, puts it up, and that'll rattle home. So Jaguars finally on the board with their foul shots. Jaguars putting Brody Zeski into the game. Now Valley City quickly gets the ball down the floor, and they might have something. Doctor inside, hit on the way up, no foul. Xander Thompson gets the miss. He can't finish, but finally Finn Doctor able to get things to rattle home, so make it a 12-6 lead. As Valley City just did a good job sticking with that play. Now Brooks Crockett fakes one way, goes the other. Kicks this one out for a 3, and that'll be no good. Dieterle pulls down the rebound. Thompson will kick this one to Dieterle. He's trailing up the floor. Now back over to Samuelson on the wing. Now to Doctor. Doctor turns down a 3, tries to go inside. Tough face-up shot, but gets it to go. Maybe not the shot you want to settle for, but certainly the shot you'll take going in. So Finn Doctor, pair of back-to-back baskets here. Now a 12-8 ball game. Jaguars are going to get a good look on the wing for a three. That one hit the shot clock. It went off the shot clock and then went in, so the basket doesn't count. Don't know if it went off the shot clock or the metal bar that overhangs. Either way, dead ball, and Valley City will avoid giving up what would have been a very, very fortuitous bounce on a three-pointer. Mike Matson poses up with the ball. Now gives this one around the horn. Good head fake by Samuelson. Samuelson tries to float it over to Dieterle, and he'll get fouled underneath the basket. So a on-ball foul here for the Jaguars, and that'll be on Zeski, his first. 2:05 to go here in the first quarter. It is a 12-8 lead for the Jaguars on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Doctor makes the pass one time. Now we'll just have to launch this one deep to Xander Compton, and that's about as ill-advised of a pass as you can make. Way too deep. Hudson Reichel just picks it off. He's too good of an athlete to give that type of a chance to, and he just simply out-jumps Xander Compton. And, I mean, that's just poor scheming right there for Valley City and poor execution on the inbounds play. You got to give your passer an easier opportunity than throw it as deep as you can. Samuelson tries to turn around two, but misses. Now the Jaguars quickly back down the floor. Reichel left wide open for three. No good, but the Jaguars scramble and get to the rebound. Valley City doesn't close anybody out, and it is another wide open look for Northern Cass. And they knock it down to extend their lead up to 8 points once more. So a couple of defensive collapses here for Valley City have allowed the Jaguars to start building some depth to their lead again. Mike Matson goes behind the back trying to slice inside, and that'll be poked out of bounds, and the Jaguars thought that perhaps it went off Mikan. But Valley City going to keep possession of the ball here. Xander Compton checks out of the game for Andrew Sikora. Doctor holding on to it, has nowhere to pass again. They'll bounce it to Sikora, immediately gets double-teamed. Now we'll back it out to the corner here. Mikan trying to go inside, and just an errant pass to Dieterle, threw it about 3 feet behind him. And easily intercepted there by the Jaguars. Crockett going down baseline. This time got cut off by Doctor. Jaguars fake a three. Now we'll hand it off back out to Evanson. Now over to Freilich. Freilich going against Sikora. Drives inside. Up and under layup. No good. Rebound by Sikora. So Valley City looking for a good closeout here to this first quarter. Looking to get the lid off the basket once more. Good look for Mike Matson, his best of the day, and he knocks it down. Mike Matson with 5 points, and Valley City now back within 5. Jaguars can hold for the final shot, and this is their style. When they have the ability to hold for the final shot, they hold for that final shot. Making sure Valley City can't get a quick 2-for-1 on them. So they're going to run down the clock here. Take this one to the outside over to Brody Zeski. Interior pass. Now they're trying to drive inside here with Hoyland. Hoyland shot no good. Valley City, though, missed a box out, and it was Evanson with a wide open shot, but just couldn't get it to go. So after one, it is 11-6 in favor of the Jaguars. Back here after the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
Valley City out of the huddle gets a nice diagram play to set up Mike and Matson. Missed his first shot, did not miss the second one. So Valley City has the lead down to 3. Now the Jaguars looking to respond here. They spin this ball around to the outside. Another good look for 3 for Reichel. And he knocks that one down. 9 points for Reichel. Every time Valley City has a little bit of momentum, the defense just collapses and gives the Jaguars a wide open look. They try to lob it into Dieterle. Dieterle doesn't give it. Mikan, though, saves it. Now back out to Doctor on the wing. Doctor tries to take a drive in, gets cut off by Freilich. Back outside here over to Colin Thompson. Colin over to Mikan Matson. Mikan's going to get called for an obvious push off there. Can't extend the arm like that. Can't make it too easy on the officials, and right there, that was just about as textbook of a push-off as you can get. So 7:03 left to go here in the second quarter as Jaguars get the ball across the timeline. 19-13 lead for the visitors on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Jaguars turn down a 3 with Zeski. Zeski's going to pop this one back out to the mid-range. Now a good look for Reichel for 3, and he knocks it down. Back-to-back threes for Reichel. And Valley City has lost track of him twice to start out this quarter, and twice he's made them pay. The Jaguars back in front by 9. Valley City's defense is going to have to improve if they want a chance to come back in this one. Can't keep allowing these wide open looks. Dieterle off a nice feed from Mikan gets set up for 2 points. So Jack Dieterle with his second basket of the day. 6:15 to go here in quarter number 2. To pass this one over here to Brooks Crockett. Brooks trying to back his way inside. Collin does a good job to stay in front of him, but Valley City once again leaves the shooter wide open, but this time they don't pay for it, as this time Zeski doesn't knock down the deep corner 3. So he's got to do a better job sticking on the rotations on defense. They're getting caught ball watching too much and not paying attention to where their assignment is. Mikan going behind the back, trying to slither his way inside. Good move by him, but it rattles out. Had everything but the finish on that one, and Valley City leaves 2 points begging it within 2 feet of the rim. 3-pointer on the way, and Reichel this time not able to knock it down, but Dieterle with a bad pass gives it right to Brooks Crockett, and Northern Cass going to take a timeout, and that was just way too casual of a pass from Dieterle. So timeout, Jaguars back here in about a minute here on KOVC.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Locko Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Locko and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
Over 80 years on the air, 1490 AM and now 96.3 FM. Online at newsdakota.com, on your smart speaker, and on the KOVC app. The voice of the Valley. KOVC.
22-15, Northern Cass gets the ball back. As Freilich will kick this one over. Now they go inside pass. Valley City thought they had a block shot inside on Hoyland. Hoyland slipped 3 of the defense, but Valley City does not get a clean block, and they will call the foul on Xander Thompson. So this will be 2 shots coming up here for Hoyland. First free throw off the back rim, and no good. So there's one thing Northern Cass really hasn't done well today. It's shoot free throws. They are 1 of 4 from the stripe. And they're able to creep that one in. So able to build their lead by 1. Back down the floor, the Highliners go. This time with Xander Thompson. Rolls it over to Doctor. Doctor now to Samuelson. No Mike and Matson on the floor right now for Valley City, so they'll need somebody else to get the scoring going. Doctor kicks this one out to Samuelson. Samuelson tries a head fake. Now kick this one to Doctor. Good little setup there by Samuelson. Able to screen the defender away with his body, and that leaves Doctor open for 3, and he knocks it down to make it a 5-point game. Brooks Crockett thought about launching a 3. Colin Thompson able to get over to force a pass. Now Reichel hands this one off to Zeski. Zeski working against Sikora again. Uses a head fake to get by. Parker Zeski for 2 points. Valley City has just bought at one too many head fakes, and Northern Cass has routinely made Valley City pay for jumping on the fake. Pass inside here. Sikora bump from behind. He'll be on the deck. Well, let's see. Call that one on Zeski. That'll be his second. So both fouls that have been called on Northern Cass belong to Parker Zeski. Highliners trailing by 7 with 4:14 to go here in the second quarter. Doctor kicks it over to Sikora off the inbounds, now into Dieterle. Dieterle trying to back his way down. Works on Brooks Crockett. Fade away. No good, but he will get 2 shots. I'd like to see Dieterle kind of attack kind of straight on and not fade away, especially when you're going up against a much smaller player in Crockett. Either way, you're happy that he's staying aggressive and now has 2 shots. Foul shot for Dieterle up and rattles home. So Dieterle 5 points in this one. (25-19). Dieterle bounces the ball at his feet. Looks at the rim, will hoist it up into the air, and nice soft touch again, able to rattle it home. He's got 6 and a 2-for-2 trip. Highliners once again back within 5, but again, their defense has not played good long enough to be able to give them an actual shot of getting back into this one. Well, the Cats always seemingly got a basket to keep Valley City at bay when the Highliners start getting close. Another head fake, but this time Dieterle's there to swat it away. Shot clock didn't reset, so now at 10 seconds, Jaguars will reset things. Now they'll go over to Crockett in the corner. Now this will be a push on Valley City, and it'll be on Samuelson, and that was about 30 seconds of good defense, and the foul's going to reset the shot clock here. That's now foul number 2 on Samuelson, and now Colin Compson will come into the game. So the shot clock gets reset to 35 seconds. Doctor also going to make an appearance for Valley City off the bench. Jaguars pass it up here to Hoyland. Now back over to Reichel. Around the horn the Jaguars go, looking to set up an exterior attack to lead to interior offense, and that's what they do. Brooks Crockett hits a floater. And the bailout foul gives the Jaguars a second chance at the possession and gives them 2 points. Now a high pass here. Doctor able to bring it down, trying to use the screen to create some space. Colin Compson wide open, but elects not to take the shot. Now back over to Finn Doctor. Colin Compson, or Xander Compson for a 3, no good. Mike can crash in the boards, tries to spin inside, hit on the way up. He'll get 2. It's a good job there by Mike to go crash in the glass inside, and he got fouled on the way up, and they're going to say that's on the deck? Looks like Mike got that shot off. Well, Mike was in the process of shooting that one, but the referees are just going to say it is a regular foul, so no 2 shots for Valley City. Try to force it into Dieterle, and that one got poked away, and that's just, you got to make that pass with more intensity. You just have floated it out there, and you allow a smaller guard to get down and get their hand to it. Got to hit a big upstairs. And that'll be 5 seconds, and you can see Finn Doctor, he's telling his teammates, come in, give me a look. But, again, it's just kind of one of these situations where there's a point in every single game where Valley City just has a series of head-scratching mistakes, and, well, they can't allow this game to get away from them like they've allowed so many others to. Brooks Crockett, little step back here, working against Xander Compson, drives in and just out-muscles him. Brooks Crockett, very stockily built, and just able to go up against the wiry Xander Compson and just muscle him out of the way and get a nice look at a floater, which he converts. And just like that, it's a 9-point game. Xander, decent look for 3, can't knock it down. And well, the Jaguars now could be in danger of busting this open if the Highliners defense doesn't start locking in. All right, Chill kicks this one to the outside to Crockett. Crockett inside. Good block by Doctor, but they call a foul. Jim McDaniel's got his hands outstretched looking at the referee saying, come on, man. I know there's body contact on that, but that's all ball. They're going to call that one on Doctor. That'll be his second. So Crockett a chance to make this a double-digit game. Foul shot up and in. Sikora coming in to replace Sander Thompson. So it's now a 10-point lead for Northern Cass and make that a 11-point lead. Crockett goes 2 for 2 at the stripe. And Valley City now trails by their largest deficit of the game. We got a foul in transition here. That'll be a foul on Crockett. Second foul on Crockett in this game. Chris Hoyland into the affair for Northern Cass to replace Crockett. Mikan will get the inbounds pass here. Kicks this one over to Colin Compson. Sikora was wide open underneath. Didn't pass it to him. Now pass here to Doctor. Doctor sizing things up. Now we'll back it out. Doctor, a little crossover, trying to spin his way inside. Got cut off 15 seconds. Mikan free throw line, turnaround 2. No good. 31-20 with a minute 35 to go here in the second quarter. Jaguars have been in full control of this game. Never once has Valley City led. Now this one rotated out to the wing. They try to drive inside. They'll kick out now. Hoyland going against the much taller Dieterle, and Dieterle blocks it away. So Dieterle able to erase that shot, and you're hoping that defensive spark could perhaps lead to an offensive spark here for Valley City. Mikan for a deep three, and knocks it home. Mikan Madsen gets the hometown roll, and Valley City now makes it an 8-point game. Need to defend well here down the floor. Jaguars like setting up 2-for-1s here, but looks like now they might play this a little slower. Reichel down the baseline. Colin trying to hold him off, and I don't like that call, and I don't think Jim McDaniel likes it either. Colin Compson is essentially standing straight up, and what Jim McDaniel is arguing, and where I can see his point, is Reichel essentially jumps backwards into the defender to bait a foul and gets it. And the first foul shot is missed, so Valley City, at least you have that going for you, but Jim McDaniel still appears very crossed about that call. 1-for-2 trip at the stripe, so it is a 9-point ball game here with about 40 seconds to go. Doctor now kicks this one over to Mikan Madsen. Mikan in tight and gets it to go off the teardrop floater. So Mikan Madsen now with 12 points. 7-point lead here for the Jaguars. They've outscored Valley City by 2 in this quarter. But Highliners have been hanging around. Jaguars going to float this one outside to Evanson. Evanson now hands it off to Freilich. 10 seconds left to go. Freilich being guarded here by Doctor. Doctor doing a good job standing in front of him. Down to 5 seconds. Little crossover. Tries to get inside. Got cut off. Evanson has to get it off at the horn. Did he get it off? No. Don't know if he got it off, but he missed it off to the side as well. So that'll be a 32-25 lead for Northern Cass at the break. We'll be back here in a little bit with our halftime show here on the Voice of Valley KOVC and over on newsdakota.com and on KOVC Live.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers. clearly the best.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
Happy Valentine's Day from Lever's Foods. This week, check out these sweet deals on Our Family Jumbo Biscuits, 4 for $8.88. Simply Juice, $3.99. Jimmy Dean Breakfast, $6.97. Our Family Navel Oranges, 4-pound bag, just $2.99 each. And 4-ounce lobster tails, only $6.99 a piece. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
At the break, it is a 32-25 lead for the Northern Cass Jaguars over the Valley City Highliners. Northern Cass has scored 16 points in each of their 2 quarters of play so far. Valley City has scored 11 and 14. The Jaguars have just been able to right now the difference in this game is the wide open looks. I mean, Hudson Rachel right out of the second quarter, coming into that second quarter, bang, bang, back-to-back wide open looks, makes them both. And I mean, you go down to pretty much, I would say, almost all 13 of his points have been off wide open looks, whether it's been three-pointers, whether it's been wide open shots from or wide open layups. I mean, he's just been the guy Valley City has not been able to stay in front of, and to their credit, and to his credit, I should say, he's made Valley City pay. He could miss the shots, but he's not. For Valley City, you know, they're doing just enough to hang around, but that's just about all they're doing is just enough. But they got to do more than just enough. Again, comebacks are two-pronged. They're not one-pronged. You can have amazing offense, but if you can't play defense, you're never going to come back. You need the defense to be playing at the same level as the offense if you want a comeback. And right now, every time the offense has managed to get this game within about 5 or 3 points, there's always a run that Northern Cass goes on to stretch the lead out even more. And Valley City's just been caught in this perpetual hamster wheel, just in this wheel of being trapped in about an average of a 5 to 7 point deficit because they can't really get enough stops to get themselves back into this game, truly. So Valley City, again, they're on a long losing streak right now. I mean, that just goes without saying, but ultimately what you want to see is just better defensive commitment in this third quarter, because you feel like if the offense can just find a way to make Northern Cass struggle for a quarter, they might have a chance to come back and make some things happen. But it is going to come down to how well the defense plays, because if we remember how this game played out last time, Valley City was, I think, within 7 points at the half against Northern Cass. And then Northern Cass almost 20 balls Valley City in the third quarter, and the game's never close the rest of the way. So the third quarter has not been a kind one for Valley City. This has usually been the quarter where they struggle, and well, you hope that they can kind of get their act together a little bit here in the third quarter and be able to make some positive strides to getting back into this game, because right now Northern Cass has just looked fully in control. Even though they're not up by, a indomitable margin, they've just looked to be in control. They haven't really been pressured that much. Every time they've had maybe the faintest bit of pressure, they've been able to come back, go on a run, and make the lead comfortable once more. So we'll see how much Valley City has left in the tank. Again, this third quarter has been their bugaboo this year. And if they're able to kind of get the third quarter woes in check, maybe they have a chance to snap this long losing streak. But Northern Cass certainly is not going to make it easy for them. So we got looks like we got 3 minutes left, but we got that kind of junior basketball game going on right now for the halftime show. So, I might use this time here a little bit to preview the girls' game. Now, the Valley City girls' team has been on a completely different wavelength than the boys' team. While the boys' team has struggled to pick up wins, the girls' team has almost been in a league of their own. Only 2 losses on the year, and they avenged one of those losses on Saturday to Lemoore, a 65-30 win for them. So the only loss they haven't avenged yet is that loss to Thompson. But Valley City knows they got 3 games left. They got Northern Cass, Oak Grove, and Carrington. And that game against Carrington is going to be an interesting one. That very well could be for the 2 or the 3 seed, for the 2 and the 3 seed going into the state tournament. Both teams make it, or possibly the 1 seed if South Prairie Max has another slip up like they had last time. So talking about a game with potentially a lot of stakes attached to it here, as Carrington has just been a tremendous defensive team this year. For Northern Cass, they lost Hayden Crockett, and when you lose a player like Hayden Crockett, you need somebody else to find a way to take over. And they haven't been shut out this year. They've managed to pick up their 2 wins against Lisbon and picked up a win over Dickinson Trinity, which should be said made the state tournament last year. But this season has gone how expected. I think Wapaton's the team that has surprised everyone when they lost their star player and how well they've played. Northern Cass has been the one that's kind of lived up to the expectation of struggling a little bit. So Valley City going to be heavily favored in that one against Northern Cass, but should have ourselves an interesting finish to this one. 32-25, Northern Cass at the break. Back here in about 2 minutes here on the Voice of Valley, KOVC, with the start of the third quarter.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Over 80 years on the air, 1490 AM and now 96.3 FM. Online at newsdakota.com, on your smart speaker, and on the KOVC app. The voice of the Valley, KOVC.
And we're back here to start our third quarter of play as it's a 32-25 lead for the Northern Cass Jaguars on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Jaguars taking their time to break out from their end of half huddle. So it'll be the same five that went out there. It'll be Crockett, Freilich, Reichel, Zeski, and Hoyland for Northern Cass. It'll be Matson, Doctor, Xander Compson, Jack Samuelson, and Jack Dieterle for Valley City. Northern Cass will start back with the ball, and we're underway. Freilich has been the primary ball handler today. He's got 3 points. Main scorer has been Hudson Reichel. He's got 13. Good turnaround look here for Brooks Crockett, and that's just a nice little hook shot. Crockett gets it to go, and once again he finds himself in double figures against Valley City. Always seems to hurt the Highliners in these matchups. Now Mike and Madsen get swarmed, has to find somewhere to go with it. Finds Finn Doctor. Doctor going inside. Good look at a floater for him, and he'll get it to roll in. Finn Doctor with 9 points. So Valley City answers a bucket with a bucket. That'll be about whether or not they can get a stop. Zeski for a little floater gets it to drop, and again they give them 20 inches of space on all sides, and that's just way too much space to give up. Doctor thought about a three. We'll kick this one back to Samuelson. Minute gone here in this third quarter. Dieterle inside, and that'll be a foul on the Jaguars. It'll be a foul on Freilich. Freilich going for a steal on Dieterle. Dieterle had the ball too low. It's where you want your big to just keep it away, keep it upstairs. Because if you keep it upstairs, the smaller guards can't get their hands in there and avoid giving up potential turnovers like that. And now the referees conveying here, it was a foul, and it was a foul on Freilich. Yes, every player is wearing black, but only one of them is wearing a black mask. So I think they were resetting the shot clock, or maybe the referees wanted more light on the court. Perhaps it was a bit dark. Well, now that the hack is out of theater mode, we're ready to get back underway. Mike and Madsen rips a high pass to Xander Compson and brings it down, trying to drive baseline. A little drop-off back to Mike and Madsen. Good pass there. That was an excellent pass there from Xander Compson. Drives baseline and almost a no-look pass to Mike and Madsen, who was wide open underneath. Jaguars do a good job driving and kicking, and they get another three out of it. And Valley City, they've just given up way too many open looks. And the Jaguars, to their credit, they have made almost every single one of them. Samuelson thought about a three. He'll try to back his way inside. A good little spin move, but too hard off the glass. It's a great move by Samuelson, but you can tell that he's kind of not a natural post scorer. The natural post scorers kind of know how to delicately drop it off the glass. Samuelson, someone that at times has a tendency to put up his shot with a bit too much vigor. And Crockett will go driving inside, and that'll be a foul on Valley City, and 2 more shots coming up here for Crockett. That'll be the 3rd foul on Finn Doctor. So the Jaguars have, I believe, scored each and every single one of their trips down the floor so far, and Crockett going to have that one roll off to the side. Sikora comes in here to replace Xander Compson. Crockett back here at the stripe. Next foul shot up, and he'll rattle that one home. So 11 points for Brooks Crockett. Now a 29-40 lead for Northern Cass. Dieterle holds on to the ball. We'll give it back here to Doctor. Doctor back over to Mike and Madsen. Catch, shoot, 3, knocks it down. Mike Matson will make this an 8-point ball game, and he's got 17. Mike scored over 30 points in the loss to Northern Cass in the first game. Problem is he had no support around him in what was a lopsided win for the Jaguars. Crockett trying to bully his way inside again, and Sikora just commits a haphazard foul. And Crockett, I mean, he's just bullying his way inside, and problem is with Sikora just dropped his arms and went across the body there of Crockett, and Crockett, he's just sturdily built. You got to do more to knock him off his spot. Next shot for Crockett will rattle out off the foul shot, so 10-point lead here for Northern Cass, as Valley City has not forced very many, if at any, misses in this third quarter. They try to force a pass to Dieterle. Dieterle, don't think was anticipating that pass, and rocket a ball to the corner intended for Doctor. That gets tipped out of bounds. Doctor set to inbound it here. Holding on to it, looking for Mikan in the corner. Now it's going to lob it up top to Samuelson. Samuelson now back to Mikan. Mikan going to hand this one off to Sikora. Sikora back to Doctor up top. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Mikan kicks this one over to Samuelson. Now down to 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Valley City hasn't created a look yet. Dieterle for 3 and knocks it down. So Jack Dieterle hits a rare three-pointer. That brings the Highliner Activity Center to its feet. And the Highliners within 7. But again, it's all about getting stops, which they have not had many in this third. Little pass off here to Crockett, who's been stellar in this quarter. Now pass inside for Freilich, working against Doctor, got cut off. Inside move, Zeski hangs, doesn't quite hit. Dieterle pulls down the board. So opportunity here for Valley City to change the momentum of this game. Good feed by Doctor. Mikan couldn't squeeze it. He'll turn around, can't get it to go. Samuelson unable to tip it to himself. That was a really good feed there by Doctor. Good idea, maybe just a little too much steam on it. Mikan couldn't control it and had to settle for a tough turnaround shot. Little pass off here to Crockett. Valley City not respecting the range of Evanson. He'll dribble in. Now back to the outside here over to Zeski. Zeski thought about a 3 now. Give it to Crockett. Crockett trying to barge his way inside. He'll kick this one out to Freilich. Freilich right down Broadway and misses. Sikora will pick up the loose ball rebound. Still a 7-point game here on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. 3.5 to go in the third quarter. Highliners trail by 7. Samuelson thought about a 3. Now kick it over to Doctor. Doctor back over to Samuelson. Now back over to Mikan. He'll catch, shoot again, and leaves it short. Good rebound by Sikora. Sikora inside to wave off the shot. So it'll be on the deck here on Northern Cass. Be on Reichel. That'll be his first. 2 fouls on both sides so far in this third quarter. Reichel will check out of this one. So after 13 points in the first half, scoreless third to start off the second half. Pass over here to Mikan Matson. Mikan, little jab step, goes inside trying to face up, and they'll call a foul on the deck again. Mikan thought he was going up for 2, thought he was on his way up for 2 shots. Referee, though, waved it off immediately. Third foul now here on Zeski. Doctor, pass inside here to Mikan. Mikan slips free of the defense for 2 points. Valley City within 5. Mikan 7 points in the quarter. Freilich hands this one off to Crockett. Crockett back to Freilich. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Or to Zeski. Zeski trying to go inside. I'll lob this one to the corner. Crockett down the baseline. Jaguars wrapping it around the perimeter, but Valley City gives up an open 3. This time, though, the Jaguars don't hit. Had a good chance for an easy putback, but overran to the second chance opportunity there. Went Brody Zeski. Valley City catches a bit of a fortuitous break. So 2:45 left to go here in the third quarter. Highliners trailing by 5. What an opportunity to make this a one-possession game with a basket. Up top to Dieterle, over to Mikan. Now cross quarter here over to Finn Doctor. Doctor looks like the Jags going to his zone, and Sikora gets himself pinned and tries to rifle a pass to Dieterle. So It is going to be a trapping zone, and so if any pass goes to the corner, it's pretty much got to be catch the ball, evaluate if that second man's coming in to help, and if he is, immediately look inside or to pass back to the wing. Valley City will inbound the ball here. Now find Xander Thompson for mid-range 2, and that's off the mark. So critical 15-minute juncture to go here for Valley City in this third quarter. They've had it within this range multiple times, but every time the Jaguars have gone on a mini run to help create the necessary space to maintain their lead. Hoyland kicks this one to Crockett. Now back over to Brody Zeski. Now back up top here. Around the horn the Jaguars go, looking for a hard interior pass. Now they'll settle for a straight-on 3. That'll rattle out. Ball tipped up into the air, and Valley City comes down with the board. Now in transition goes Matson. Michael will hand this one off to Xander Compson. Compson pops for a 2. No good. Colin Compson with the board and throws it away. And this is a 4-point swing right here, as that's 2 points going the other way. Colin didn't see it. If he turns to his, what I believe would have been his right, he has a wide open layup, but dribbled it back out, and again, soft, long pass usually end up getting intercepted, and that one did. Mikan for a deep 3 off the mark. Sikora unable to get to the rebound. This is how leads balloon, is you get panicked, you give up a bad basket, and you take a rush shot. Valley City still very much in this game. They can't panic. Sikora rips it over to Xander Compson. Xander looking for somewhere to pass to. Will now go over to Colin. Colin drags his foot, gives it over to Mikan. Mikan trying to charge his way inside, hit on the way up, and it will be on the deck again. So that'll be the 4th foul on Northern Cass in the quarter. And they're playing 2 pretty clean quarters to start out the first. So that'll reset the shot clock here to 35 seconds, and the game clock now at 42 seconds. Sikora looking for an inbounds and throws it right away. That's just, you can't make that mistake. You just can't. And that's what counted up the 3rd time Valley City's had a turnover on an inbounds play. I mean, you're just handing away free points. You're handing away free points, and you're giving them to the other side. Now Northern Cass is just going to slowly run out this clock here. There's about a 7-second differential between the shot and game clock, and now there is no differential because you commit a foul. It's just the closeout in these quarters has not been great, to say the least, for Valley City. And if you're Xander, you just can't commit a foul right there. You can't get caught reaching because that resets the shot clock and allows Northern Cass to do what they want to do, which is just grind the clock down. They're going to throw a pass out into the corner. Little floater. Dieter Leeds playing good defense and forces the miss. Valley City will chuck the ball down the floor to no avail. So it's 44-37. Both teams even in that third quarter. Back here after the break with the start of quarter number 4 here on KOVC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
44-37 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard as a fresh 8 minutes gets put up, and we're ready to get underway to start this fourth quarter. Valley City, they're just stuck in a wheel, man. They're stuck in about to a 5 to 7 point wheel, and they've not been able to break out of it. Doctor bringing out the ball for Valley City as they'll start with it. Colin Compson looking for an interior pass, kicks it to Andrew Sikora, now down to Mikan. Good feed inside, but Compson cuts himself off, gives it to Samuelson, and I mean, if you're Colin Thompson right there, you can't pull up on that. You can see the confidence for Valley City just isn't there in some of the players. Like, they don't feel comfortable going through traffic, and that's a problem. You're not going to always get open looks. Sometimes you got to hit something with somebody in front of you, or at least attempt it. Now this one to the interior, fade away. No good. Valley City able to tip it and keep it alive. Valley City gets a little push in the back there. No call. They do pick up the rebound. Dieterle getting set to check in. They'll go inside to Samuelson. Samuelson takes a couple dribbles, trying to force his way inside. He'll kick this one out to Colin Thompson. Now back over to Finn Doctor. Doctor dumps it back in to Samuelson. Now back over to Colin Thompson for 3. That one off the mark. Oh, good job by Samuelson to potentially force a turnover. Oh, he thought he tipped it off a body. A really good play by Jack Samuelson. He's just shaking his head. He thought he tipped it off a Jaguar, which would have been a terrific turn of events. Valley City kind of got away with one of those with a ball that looked like it got tipped off Mike, but they got to keep possession. And the Jaguars looked like they had it tipped off a body of their own, and they get to keep it. So kind of all evens out in the end. Brooks going inside. Will kick this one around the horn. The Jaguars go. Over to Zeski. Now back to Freilich. Over to Crockett in the corner for a 3. And some guys just love playing against other teams. And Brooks Crockett loves playing against Valley City. He shoots it better than he does against any other opponent. And right now he's got 16 points. Sikora on the way up will draw the foul. And Valley City will finally get to the foul stripe. It took Hofer 26 minutes of basketball, but Valley City is finally going to the foul stripe. And just for people to understand, I'm not saying this has been a lopsided officiated game. Not at all. This has actually been a pretty squarely called game on both sides. Just Valley City, they've drawn fouls. They just haven't drawn shooting fouls, and Sikora will miss the first foul shot off to the side. Like, they've had a handful of in-betweeners where they could have got the foul call for continuation, but they don't. Or, excuse me, this is the second trip for Valley City to the stripe. Dieterle knocked down 2 of 2 in the second quarter. Sikora will knock down 1 of 2 there and pull Valley City back within single digits. But the offense is in desperate need of pretty much 2 3-pointers and 2 stops. Try to breathe some life back into this gymnasium. Sikora trying to stay in front of Crockett. Crockett able to drive in, draws attention. Kick out for a 3, no good. Ball inside, and we'll have a foul on the deck, and they call it on Valley City. In the scramble, I believe they're saying Samuelson pushed off? No, they're calling it on Dieterle. They say there was some type of push-off in the scramble, and now we'll have another quick whistle as that'll be on Andrew Sikora. So the only player that hasn't picked up a foul yet for Valley City, I believe, is Colin Thompson. 47-38. They'll get this one out to Reichel. Now Crockett trying to save it. He'll manage to save it off a tip over to Reichel. Now Froelich takes this one over to Zeski. Zeski between the legs now has this one tipped away. Samuelson with the steal. Now back to Mike and Matson, and Mikan will finish going the other way. Good unselfish basketball there by the Highliners. And Valley City will call a timeout, so that'll stop the clock at 5:29. Back here in 1 minute, Highliners trail by 7 on KOBC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
Happy Valentine's Day from Lever's Foods. This week, check out these sweet deals on Our Family Jumbo Biscuits, 4 for $8.88. Simply Juice, $3.99. Jimmy Dean Breakfast, $6.97. Our Family Navel Oranges, 4-pound bag, just $2.99 each. And 4-ounce lobster tails, only $6.99 a piece. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
So the Highliners haven't allowed this game to get away from them like they did the first time these two teams met up, but problem is that Valley City just hasn't been able to get a run. They've done enough to keep up. They haven't done enough to take the lead. Like, they got to be able to string some stops together here as Northern Cass will bring the ball up here over with Freilich. Now kicks this one over on the wing here to Reichel. Reichel with a step back on Samuelson, and that's about the third open three that Reichel has knocked down. Again, he ain't missing. You got to stay in front of him. Mikan on the way up. Do they call it on the shot? And they are going to say it is on the way up, so Mikan gets 2 shots, and this will be Freilich pop for the foul. I'll stop the clock at 5:04. So Mikan has struggled at times with free throws this year. And just, it's in his head. You can tell it's in his head because he's alligator arming it. When everything's short, it means you're trying to guide the ball in there. That one's short, but he gets the roll in, so he's able to salvage a 1-for-2 trip. 50-41 as we get within 5 minutes to go here in this fourth quarter. Northern Cass is pretty much led from pillar to post. Now Crockett will throw this one back outside. Zeski goes inside, nearly has it knocked away. Crockett had a look for a moment, but he'll pass this one back out to Reichel. Reichel drives inside, and Samuelson thought he had a poke, and they're going to call a reach-in foul on Jack Samuelson. His third foul. Again, for Northern Cass, the problem is when you commit fouls on them, they're not a team that likes to take a lot of shots, so they usually wait till deep in the shot clock unless they get a look like that, but they don't convert, but it'll be tipped out of bounds. That one right there, that Hoyland kind of caught Valley City off guard. He's been very passive in this game, but he went aggressive inside and got Dieterle to fly by. Samuelson did enough to force a miss, but usually the Jaguars are a team that loves to run clock, and it's why it's so hard to come back on them because you don't really get a lot of excess time to work with. Mikan faces up and gets the tough shot to go. So Mikan gets the tough one to fall. He's got 24 points. 43-50. Valley City, they got to get some stops. Hoyland on the outside. Valley City showing him no respect, giving him at least 5 feet to work with. Jaguars nearly throw that one away, but Freilich able to run it down. Freilich using a screen to create some space. Now trying to slide his way inside. Looking for a pass out. We'll find Zeski. Zeski goes inside. Can't get to go. He hits the floor with a thud. And Doctor able to bring the ball up here. Dieterle, that was about to say. And I was about to say Dieterle might have got away with a moving screen. No, he didn't. And the problem is that Dieterle, if he just stands straight, he's fine. The problem is that he leans one way and that the weight is so far on his right leg that his left leg's sticking back, so he's trying to lean into the screen. And if I can see it from here in row double Z, the referee can see it too. Ball outside here to Zeski, and the problem is that wiped out a three-pointer by Fenn Doctor. Every time Valley City's had a moment to get the momentum on their side, they just do that, and I just two fouls you can't commit back-to-back, and now you send Northern Cass to the stripe, and the only saving grace potentially for Valley City is they haven't shot it great at the stripe, but, I mean, you just commit a moving screen you can't commit, and then you're needlessly reaching in, and you give away 2 shots here, and Crockett knocks it down. I mean, he's probably been Northern Cass's best foul shooter in this game. Just you got to know when to keep it kind of close to the vest there. In Valley City, they've kind of been a little erratic at time. Crockett only gets a 1-for-2 trip, so it's still an 8-point game. Doctor, good look for deep and knocks it down. Finn Doctor up to 12 points. Valley City within 5. Still a lot of time left to go here. 3:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. Fralick working against Doctor. Valley City would love a stop right here, but Crockett gets by and lays it up and in, going to work on Andrew Sikora. Again, some guys just love playing against certain teams, and Crockett loves playing against Valley City. Here comes Mike and Madsen inside. He'll drive and get it to go quickly, too. Waste no time getting those 2 points back. But again, Valley City, they got to get a stop. If they don't get stops, they're not going to win this game. And Crockett just one-on-one against Andrew Sikora has been a mismatch. So I would suspect Northern Cass just to take their time and give it to the hot hand, and that's exactly what they're going to do. They run 10 seconds or 20 seconds off the shot clock. Now here they set up their actual offense. They're running some give and go on the outside, and a steal by Samuelson. Doctor going to take a transition three, no good, and Dieterle commits a foul, and that'll give the Jaguars 2 shots. It's too early to do that if you're Finn Doctor. I understand you knocked down a three-pointer. You're one of the better three-point shooters on this team. I get what you're trying to do. It's too early to take that shot. With a minute to go, you take that shot. With 2 minutes to go, you don't take that shot. And it's just one of those things where you had 2 points because you had Mikan running the floor. And this is a 4-point swing. This is a 4-point swing if you give this up. Like, just the amount of momentum-breaking plays Valley City has had in this one, and they're still within this game, is a sight to behold. But that's a 2-for-2 trip. Northern Cass will now stretch their lead back up to 7, and Valley City, well, might be thinking what could have been. 2:06 left to go here, back after the break on the Voice of the Valley.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure that the process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
55-48 lead, and for Valley City, they've had their chances. They've had their chances to come back, but the problem is that they just make back-breaking mistakes that you just can't make. You just can't make. You can't take a transition three when you don't have to. And right there, that is a mistake that could haunt Valley City. Now Northern Cass commits a foul. Jaguars, after that foul, will still have 2 more to give. I'll be on the right, so that'll be his 3rd. Doctor gives this one over to Mikan. Mikan in the corner has to find a way to get down the baseline, and had Finn Doctor wide open underneath the basket, and just threw it too tall. You know, this should probably, and I say that, probably be a 1-point game right now if Valley City was able to just get 2 passes on 2 wide open players inside. But you miss, but you take a 3 in transition, you don't get it, and you just airmail the pass. Northern Cass will take another timeout here. So 55-48, Northern Cass takes a timeout. It'll probably be of the 30-second variety back after this quick break.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional. And tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial. Member FINRA SIPC.
55-48, minute 50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Northern Cass calls a timeout because they were unable to get the inbound set up. Now looking for take number 2 here. Take number 3, I should say. They just get the inbounds in. Valley City has the decision on whether or not they want to foul right away. They're reaching in, trying to get those fouls, and you might be asking, minute 45, why are you fouling? Well, the problem is Northern Cass, is going to take all 35 seconds off the shot clock, which means that you're probably getting the ball back if you get a stop, which isn't a guarantee, with about a minute 18. So this clock's going to run out very quickly if you don't start fouling Northern Cass, and, well, heck of a time for Northern Cass to start making foul shots. Haven't been able to hit the broadside of a barn all day at the foul stripe, and now they're just knocking everything home. Freilich bends down low, gets it to go, and that makes him 4-4 at the stripe. And, well, that might just put an end to the Valley City comeback effort. They'll need the three-pointer. Samuelson will take a long 2. No good. Good job there by Mikan to keep it alive, but his floater's no good. So now Valley City's got a choice to make where the foul or let Northern Cass run clock here. If they run clock, you pretty much have no chance to come back. Freilich, he's going to be the one that keeps this ball. Now gives it over here to Zeski, and he's probably the one that you actually wanted to foul. He hadn't taken a foul shot all game, and now you foul Freilich. There's a reason Freilich was dribbling around with the ball. It's not that he was just trying to run clock. It's that when you've had an up-and-down day at the stripe like the Jaguars have had, you give it to the guy that's making foul shots, and, Freilich hadn't really done anything in this game. He had 5 points. And now he's about to get the double digits. And, he's 5 of 5 at the stripe. So, he's done his job. He's run point, and at the end of the day, he's going to be the closer who sets up the foul shots. And, say what you want. 6 of 6, 6 of 6, and 59-48. And that's pretty much the ball game here, unless Valley City can knock home a 3, but they're taking too much time. Doctor for a mid-range 2 leaves it short. That should about be the game. Valley City, they're trying to foul. Oh! Valley City gets popped for a foul, and they're going to say it was a trip. It looked like Freilich fell over on his own volition, potentially, and that would have given Valley City an easy basket. Now, again, that's not the difference between winning or losing. It's also the 5th foul on Doctor, so he'll foul out. Doctor hit a big 3 to give Valley City life, but that transition 3 down 55-48 was the turning point as the Jaguars have just kind of eased this game to bed since then. Next foul shot on the way, and it is good, so 60 points for Northern Cass. Three-pointer for Mikan, no good. Valley City still bound and determined to foul, even though this game is well and truly over at this point. Andrew Sikora, that'll be his 4th, and I guess credit to Valley City is that they're going to make Northern Cass play the entirety of this 4th quarter, even though at this point you are pretty much done and truly beat. Foul shot here on the way, and yep. Sometimes that just happens. Sometimes the team can't buy anything at the stripe, and they proceed to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, so, count them up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Northern Cass couldn't buy anything at the stripe, and this quarter they're 9 of 11. Hey, 9 of 12. Still very high from where they were before. Sikora in the corner for 3. That'll rattle out. Samuelson with the board goes up, and he'll finish in tight. So Valley City makes it an 11-point game and will spend a timeout. So be a full timeout here back after the break on KOVC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. Here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
61-50, 32 and a half seconds left to go. And I don't know if it's stubbornness or just Valley City wanting to play out this entire game after just after, let's say, a lackadaisical effort against Central Cass. So Valley City, they're going to force Central to play this game all the way out. Question is, are they going to foul again? Northern Cass gets by the first wave, and they try to foul Zeski. Now looks like Valley City might just allow this game to be dribbled out. And that's what's going to happen. So it's going to be a 61-50 win for Northern Cass. Brooks Crockett, the shining star in this one. 19 points in the game. And late free throws by the Jaguars helped them pull away in the fourth quarter. So 16 points for Hudson Reichel, as he did a phenomenal job of just playing second fiddle. In that second half, Freilich came through 7 of 8 at the stripe. In the fourth quarter, Zeski with 8 points, Hoyland with 4, and Brody Zeski with 2. For Valley City, counting everything up, Mike and Matson, another good day for him. But again, you ask him, he probably doesn't care because his team lost. And going through the rest of the score sheet, Finn Doctor with 12. He found out of the game. Andrew Zakora with 1. Jack Samuelson with 2. And Jack Dieterle with 9 points. So Valley City's losing streak extends even further as they have, see what the schedule has left for this Valley City team, and it's just, again, been a tough year for them to say the least. They still have a slew of home games left. They have 3 straight at home to close out the year: Wapton, Hillsborough, Central Valley, Kindred, after a road trip to Oak Grove on the 19th. But that is another loss in a season that has been full of them for the Highliners. So we'll be back here in a little bit when we're ready to begin our girls' game. Reminder, it's senior day for the girls, so we'll have ourselves a bit of a longer break than we're used to. If you want to follow along with the camera on senior night, you can go over to KOVC Live. But for those of you listening on KOVC, we'll get you back to some great music here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
It's time for KOVC Sports.
And welcome everyone back here to the Highliner Activity Center here on the Voice of the Valley. Today, a 61-50 win over Valley City. Now the Highliner girls try to press home their winning streak even farther. And again, it's just kind of been two different worlds for Valley City basketball this year. The girls have looked like defending state champions while the boys have struggled. Since that loss to the Thompson Tommies, Valley City has been playing what can arguably be their best stretch of basketball. 7 straight wins for Valley City, including what was a 65-30 win over the Lemoore Litchfield Marion Lobos, who were the team that upset them for their first loss of the year, or at the Barnes County Tournament. Now, it does need to be said, Annika Lesko left that game for the Lobos with an injury, but you win by 35. You're not really leaving much of a doubt that you were going to win that game regardless. Including now Valley City also is 78. Things close in the second quarter. Now Valley City just went on a run and just blew Northern Cass out of the water to close the game. And kind of same thing goes over when they played at the Barnes County Tournament, 58-34. Valley City just essentially the best way I can put it is tried to stop scoring. Like they could have ran the score up on Northern Cass if they wanted to, but they kind of just put the backups in early and went at it from there. So Valley City, both times they've played Northern Cass, they've managed to get it to 30 points and have managed to get the running clock before putting in the reserves. Now, this is a Northern Cass team that you can see amongst all the rough edges that there is the potential to be a bit of a tricky out, but again, a lot of things have to go right for the Jaguars. They do have experience on the team in Lauren Johnson and Tess Jalbert, but they got to be able to get their youngsters going, and that's kind of what new head coach Colby Vanderwall has been trying to do, is get those new players into the lineup early and get them some experience. And again, he's taken over, obviously, his first year, and I think I had expectations of who I thought was going to be starting for this Northern Cass team, and they've been a little bit different than I had pictured. Now they're starting to kind of get closer to what I thought the starting group was going to be. Carly Ryder in the starting lineup, probably the better all-around player that they have next to Jalbert. And then you kind of got a little bit of, mix of youth in there with Carson Melander, a 5'3", 10th grader, into that starting lineup spot. But, I mean, this is a Northern Cass team that you can see where they could give teams trouble, but it's also one of those where you can see exactly why they've struggled this year to put up any type of consistency. You look at the standings right now. Valley City, of course, has already locked up the 1 seed, 10-0 in Region 1 play, sitting at 15-2 overall. Northern Cass sitting at 6th place in Region 1, 2-8 record. Both those wins against Lisbon, who is 0-10. Northern Cass's record sits at 4-14 overall. So if you're Valley City, you just want this to be another business-like win, good senior day performance, and set your focus to your last 2 games against Oak Grove and Carrington. If you're Northern Cass, you want to come out and try to catch Valley City slipping, force them into longer shots. As weird as it may sound, Valley City has not always shot the ball the best at home this year. So be interesting to see, what Valley City tries to come out and do. You got a lot of seniors on this team, a lot of players that made their way back from the defending state champion or from the state championship team last year. I know this is their last ever game at the Highliner Activity Center. So we'll see how this one plays out. Valley City, of course, is going to be the heavy favorite going into it, but certainly can't overlook any opponent here in Region 1. So Highliners and Jaguars coming up here in about 2.5 minutes here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jangoa, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and Lemoore. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care. At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Bit of a modified starting lineup today for Valley City as they're going to try to get, well, they're doing the senior introductions in this one. So Rylan Johnson being introduced along the starter with Kinley Suffolk. So, I don't know, figure out. Kaylee Nielsen also being introduced. So Valley City going to celebrate all of their seniors in this one. So a bit of a modified starting lineup as Katie Burchell and Sky Nielsen look like they will be coming off the bench for Valley City. Still a lot of stars out there. Dakota Potratz, Katie Koka, Maddie Freeze out there as well. Kinley Suffolk and Rylan Johnson make up the starting lineups for Valley City. So if you're Northern Cats, this is going to be your opportunity. No Katie Burchell, at least for the first few whistles. So it's Kinley Suffolk, Rylan Johnson, Katie Koka, Kaylee Nielsen, and Dakota Potratz. So Maddie Freeze got introduced, so she is the lone one out. Koka tries to win the tip ball, gets into the air, and we're underway. Dakota able to take the initial possession, almost loses it from behind, rolls out a pass here to Johnson, pass over to Suffolk. Now we're here to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen now rolls it back here to Potratz. Jump shot beyond the free throw line, no good. Nielsen gets the rebound, but fouled on the way up. She'll get two shots. So Kaylee Nielsen at the stripe here for two shots. Nielsen missed most of last year with a knee injury. This foul shot up and off to the side, no good. So it's a scoreless start for Valley City. Nielsen at the stripe will bend down low and put up a shot, and that looks strong, and it is. So an 0 for 2 trip for Valley City, but Northern Cats ends up tipping it out of bounds. So Highliners will catch a bit of a break here. Kinley Suffolk. Set to inbound the ball, looking interior, going to Kaylee Nielsen again. Turnaround shot for her, high into the air, no good. Ball on the deck, scramble breaking out. And it looks like this will be a jump ball, so the seniors unable to break the deadlock. Has missed a couple of in-tight shots there. So Northern Cats will get their first offensive possession of the game. Going to be Ryder bringing the ball up, guarded here by Katie Koka. Ryder using a screen trying to get open, feeds a pass inside for Winterquist, and that one off the mark. So Valley City able to force a turnover. Now a long pass almost nets them a turnover of their own. Johnson on the baseline will have to kick this one up to Potratz. Potratz cross quarter here to Koka. Koka going to try to drive inside, got cut off to Johnson. Now back outside, Nielsen for a three, no good. So Valley City through the first minute hasn't been able to get any of the seniors a point so far. Ryder trying to spin her way in, might have got away with a bit of a shuffle, give this one over to Jalbert. Now Jaguars going inside through the contact, can't finish. Now in transition goes Dakota Potratz. Potratz, though, didn't have the numbers, so she'll pull things up. Looking for someone to dish to. We'll give it over to Kinley Suffolcool. Suffolcool now over to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen trying to spin left, doesn't get it. Has her shot blocked, tipped out of bounds, and, well, we're looking around. We don't know who it belongs to. We're going to have a convention, a conference, a meeting of the minds. They are going to say it belongs to Northern Cass. So you're interested to see how long Jimmy Howard waits to put his actual starters into the game. Again, you want to give your seniors about as much time as you can to have them do something. And when you're playing a team that you know that you got the upper hand on in Northern Cass, you're willing to give them a bit more leeway. Now Northern Cass going to pick up a foul underneath on Winterquist. Going to say she pushed off going for a loose ball on Dakota Potratz. But also at some point, you do have to have the game in front of you. So Suffolcool with the ball will now rotate it over to Potratz. Now back over to Johnson in the corner. Now back over to Potratz. Good feed inside to Koga, but she lost the handle on it. Now we'll have to reset to Johnson in the corner as she gets double teamed. Over to Kaylee Nielsen. Now over to Suffolcool. Suffolcool going to take a free throw line jump shot. No good. Ball tipped around. Jaguars try to save it, and they do. So the seniors for the Jaguars haven't yielded any ground yet, or the starters for the Jaguars haven't yielded anything yet. Still a scoreless game, 5:45 to go. Jalbert for three, and she knocks it down. And again, you know that you have the advantage over Northern Cass with your starters out there. But at some point, again, you don't want to dig yourself too big of a hole here trying to do favors. And Maddie Free is going to come into the game to replace Katie Koka. Maddie Freeze, her first action of the day, now kicks to Suffolcool. Interior pass to Kaylee Nielsen, now over to Ryland Johnson, and she'll finish for 2 points. There was a senior that Valley City wanted to get points. It was going to be Ryland Johnson. Doesn't play a whole lot, but gets it to go. Jalbert now rotates this one to the outside. Northern Cass for another three. That'll be off the mark. Long rebound goes right to Jalbert. Now back over to Ryder. Good look for three. Can't get it. Rebound pulled down here by Johnson. Now over to Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen over to Potratz. Potratz will kick it over to Kinley Suffolcool. Back over to Nielsen. Inside here to Johnson. Johnson can't get it to go. Ball gets tipped out. Maddie Freeze committed too hard going for the loose ball. Jalbert going the other way, and will finish for 2 points. And now the starters set to come back in for Valley City. And Howard's going to wait till the next dead ball. But the Jaguars up an early 5-2. And another block shot as Kaylee Nielsen can't get on the board. So halfway through this first quarter, Jaguars, they're playing at the pace they want to. Slow and low. And Ryder trying to drive baseline, gets a little look, gets the floater to go. And I mean, they came to play. I mean, you can say it's senior day all you want. You can say that you beat them by 20 plus the last 2 times, and it's been a 30-point game. Bottom line is that's still a team that came here to play basketball. So Valley City's going to, again, put the starters in, but and probably not the start Jimmy Howard was envisioning. That'll be another long miss. Valley City can't take the lid off the basket. Jaguars running in transition. They'll put up a three. Can't rattle it home. Some point for Jimmy Howard, you expect them to take a timeout if this continues to get his starters into the game. Nielsen looking to pass out, trying to find somebody. He'll give it over to Potratz. Potratz in here to Johnson. Johnson gets cut off. Fadeaway hook shot. Can't get it to go. So it's 3:20, and it's a bit of an angsty start here on senior day for the Highliners. And Suffolcool will pick up a foul, trying to go in for a reach, and will get knocked down. And now she might be a little woozy on that one. Suffolcool collided with a player for Northern Cass. Looked like got her bell rung a little bit. So she got up and then fell back down to the ground. Nielsen Katie Burchell and Koka set to come back into the game as Suffolk will be helped off the floor here at the 3:17 mark. So the starters now, as we know them, out there for Valley City. They have a hole to climb out of. Not a deep one, but a hole nonetheless. Now a pass inside. Potrats couldn't quite get her hands to it. Now Valley City does end up getting the steal. Koka had trouble finishing fast break layups this year and misses that one. Nielsen, though, gets the board, fights the contact, and will get it to go. So Sky Nielsen had perhaps her best game of the season against Central Cass, had 20 points, handful of blocks, and a lot of rebounds. That time able to get that one to go. Valley City trails by 3. 2:50 to go here in the first quarter. Potrats nearly got her hand to it. Almost got the steal on Melander. Jalbert now being guarded here by Sky Nielsen. Stolen away by Burchell. Burchell with a head of steam, might try to take it herself. Down the lane she goes, gets it to go, and one. So Katie Burchell now has Valley City a free throw away from tying this. I'll shout for Burchell, up and in, so we are now tied. 7-7 here, 2:35 to go in the first quarter. Jalbert being guarded here by Nielsen. Now Jalbert will back things out. She'll take a step back three right in the face of the defense. No good. Long rebound pulled down by Burchell. She'll kick this to Potrats. Potrats slowly brings it down the floor. A little stutter step. Now trying to lead Anderson or Freeze inside, and Maddie Freeze gets loose for 2 points. So Maddie Freeze gives Valley City their first lead of the day, 9-7 on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Freeze trying to get to the ball, got her hands to it, couldn't quite save it from going out of bounds. Jaguars holding on to the ball, and they're going to kick this one out to Ryder. Ryder had herself a great game in the playoffs last year when these two met up. Long three for Jalbert off the mark, and that'll be an air ball. Minute 55 to go here in quarter number one. Highliners in front, 9-7. Again, they started most of their senior reserves to start off the game. Northern Cass answered with a 7-2 lead. Ever since then, Valley City's put in the starters, and it's been all them. Koka, a little floater, leaves it short. Katie Koka's just not quite had the touch at the rim this year that you'd like. But she is playing that Greta Govan role where you're asking more of her on defense than offense. Three-pointer in the corner. Jaguars can't get it to go. Burchell fighting for the rebound, and she'll get tangled up. Believe that is going to be a foul on the Jaguars. Catch the number on that one. That is going to be on Olsen. So fourth foul on Northern Cass. So Valley City one foul away from getting into the bonus. They go over here to Nielsen. Nielsen gets hip check, no foul. Rolls a pass to Koka. Burchell tied up underneath, fights through and gets it to go for 2 points. So 11-7 with 1:11 left to go. Now it's going to be Melander. She's been the point guard today for Northern Cass, the primary ball handler. Potrat's able to get a steal and stay in bounds. She's all by herself and will miss the layup. Gets her own miss. Up and under, can't get it to go. And that's it. You can't miss those two shots. And, well, Valley City's going to catch a break here as Northern Cass will commit a travel, but you can't be bricking wide open layups, and you've done it twice. Sometimes you just have too much. You kind of get lost in space. Burchell going inside through the contact. No good. No foul call either. Valley City holding on to a 4-point lead. They'd like to close this quarter out with some gusto. Not allow Northern Cass to take any momentum, but they leave them open for three. But that's going to be airmail, but it goes right to Ryder. Ryder in tight, can't get it to go. So shot clock going to be turned off at 30 seconds, and that'll go right through the hands of Jalbert. Not really sure where Freeze was throwing that ball, but they'll get it back. That one just went right through the arms of Jalbert, so kind of one of those where you want Maddie Freeze to slow it down a little bit. Didn't need to push the way she was. They're trying to set up Burchell inside, and that's where they'll go. Burchell kicks out to Koka, now to Nielsen. Straight on three, knocks it down. Sky Nielsen, when she's in rhythm from deep, is a dangerous player, and she knocks one down right there to give Valley City a 7-point margin. Koka got her hand on it, will knock it out of bounds. 8.5 seconds to go. So Valley City currently on a 12-0 run since starting out the game, down 7-2. Jaguars looking to get this one in. They'll set up a little give and go here. And Ryder steps out of bounds and tried to drive down baseline, had nowhere to go. Valley City just cuts her off, so 5 seconds even. Valley City might just try to roll this in. Maddie Freeze is going to let the ball go for a little bit, crosses half court with 2 seconds. Now a logo three. Oh, just off to the left. And, well, Valley City, slow start, good closeout, up 14-7 after one. So we'll be back here after the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
Happy Valentine's Day from Lever's Foods. This week, check out these sweet deals on Our Family Jumbo Biscuits, 4 for $8.88. Simply Juice, $3.99. Jimmy Dean Breakfast, $6.97. Our Family Navel Oranges, 4-pound bag, just $2.99 each. And 4-ounce lobster tails, only $6.99 a piece. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
14-7, Valley City in front. Mariah Freeze into the game for the first time. She'll inbound it over to Kinley Suffolk, now over to Glant. Glant trying to go inside to Burchell. Burchell at the free throw line. Takes a big step. We'll give it back to Glant. Nielsen, corner three, knocks it down. So Sky Nielsen puts Valley City in front by double digits, 17-7. Valley City currently on a 15-0 run. Jaguars try to go inside. Shot blocked. Mariah with the loose ball rebound. Mariah pushing the tempo. Now she'll back it out. Holds it over to Glant. Glant trying to go inside to Burchell. Burchell's got the mismatch and finishes in tight for 2 points. So ever since Valley City put the starters into the game, they have outscored Northern Cass 17-0. Jaguars trying to go inside here to Olivia Olson. Olson goes inside. Valley City plays good defense, but there was a bump from behind that's going to warrant 2 shots. They're going to get that one on Glant. Again, Valley City, this game is of relatively little stakes for them, except in terms of maybe you can argue media perception, to which, if you know anything about Jimmy Howard, does not mean a whole lot. Next foul shot is going to be up and in, so a 2-for-2 trip for the Jaguars. So, 10-point game once again. Suffolk gives this over to Nielsen. Nielsen going inside to Burchell. Burchell all by herself finishes for 2 points. Valley City, they know where their best players are, and they're wasting no time in getting them the ball. 21-9, 6:40 left to go here in this second frame on our LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Ryder being guarded here by Mariah Freeze. Now will slide over to be guarded by Glant in the corner. Olsen, good look inside, but even better defense by Valley City to get the block. Glant running the floor, looks inside to Nielsen. Nielsen faces up, got hit on a jump shot. Like Nielsen maybe to be a bit more kind of composed right there. She kind of rushed herself into a fadeaway, had time to back her marker down. Ryder trying to drive inside against Freeze. Freeze does a good job of holding her off. Glant gets a hand in there to tip the ball. Not able to get the steal. Ryder will feed it inside to Olsen. Olsen going up against Burchell. Burchell able to force a miss, but the Jaguars out-hustle Valley City for the rebound, but they'll commit a traveling violation. Going to say that the back foot of Melander dragged on the floor. Glant going to give it over to Nielsen. Nielsen might have got away with a bit of a walk. Mariah Freeze, good look from the wing, and she knocks it down. Ignore what I said in the pregame show, or Sanford Health pregame show, about Valley City not shooting it particularly great at home this year. That is now their third three-pointer since putting those starters back in. 5.5 to go here in quarter number 2. Jaguars will launch one up with Ryder, no good. Rebound controlled here by Burchell. Burchell slows things down. And Burchell has been a bit more dribble happy than she was last year. Nielsen gets a good look for deep again off the back rim. Ball tipped around, and the Jaguars come out of the fracas with it. Ryder with a little crossover. Nielsen, well, trying to get the block shot. Might have picked up the foul, or might have been another form in the back, and it looks like they are potentially going to have that one on Glant again. And it is going to be on Kinsley Glant. That's her second foul. Only 2 fouls Valley City has had called on them. Have both belonged to her. Northern Cass able to creep the first foul shot in for their 10th point of the day. .5:02 left to go here in the second. Kaylee Nielsen back into the game. Second foul shot up and in, so 2 for 2 for Carly Ryder. Northern Cass did a good job early on getting out to that advantage. Valley City, though, since kind of the end of the senior day festivities, has been taking it to the Jaguars. Ball gets tipped around. Kinley Suffolk has it blocked from behind, and ball will belong back to Valley City. So Katie Koka comes in for Glenn. Maddie Freeze comes in for Mariah. Dakota Potratz comes in for Kinley Suffolk. Back here to Potratz, catch and shoot from the wing, and she knocks it down. Valley City coming out blazing from the outside. Dakota Potratz, her first 3 points of the day. Now the Jaguars trying to knife their way inside, and they're going to call a trip on Valley City. And see who they're going to get that one on. Very emphatic about the trip call. That'll be on Kaylee Nielsen, her second. Jaguars give it up here to Olivia Olsen. Olsen matched up on Kaylee Nielsen. Now Pock here to the corner. Now back over to Ryder, guarded by Koka. Ryder nowhere to go. Throws up a wild floater and gets it to drop. Not bad defense there at all. Sometimes it's just better shot making, and Ryder's got 4 in the quarter. Potratz for a 3, rushes it up, no good. Ball on the deck. Freeze able to pull it down, can't finish. Burchell with the board, will finish. Burchell now with 11 points today, 29-13, 3:55 to go in quarter number 2. Oh, good little crossover there for the Jaguars to create some space. Now three-pointer launched up by Olsen, and that's going to miss everything but the floor. Eddie Freeze throws it in the corner to Nielsen. Kaylee Nielsen trying to barge her way inside. Might have got away with a bit of a shuffle. Maddie Freeze can't get it to drop. Ball on the deck, rolls right to Potratz. Potratz trying to spin her way in tight. Hit from behind, no good. Burchell, though, able to get it and put it up and in. Burchell with 8 points in the quarter, and Northern Cass will call a timeout. 31-13, Valley City. Play back here after the break here on the Voice of the Valley, KOVC.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
31-13, Valley City in front. Again, the Jaguars started out this game leading 7-2, taking advantage of Valley City throwing out some seniors that don't either get a lot of playing time or don't start. Jaguars capitalized early that 7-2 lead. Since then, Valley City has outscored Northern Cass 29-6. So the Jaguars posture this ball around to the outside. Jalbert, good look for 3, and she'll knock it down. Jalbert just kind of slowly rose up on that one. Got to do a better job of getting a hand and a face there. So 31-16, try to throw a pass inside to Nielsen, and Potratz puts both hands on the back of her head, knowing that she overled Nielsen, who was cutting in for that one. This is where Northern Cass can make up some ground on Valley City, and as strange as that might sound, Valley City has gone through stretches against Northern Cass where their offense in the second quarter just has not been good. And this is when Northern Cass has been able to keep games respectable. Now a quick little jump shot for them off the back rim. Key for Northern Cass is don't allow Valley City to just keep wailing away inside with either Nielsen or Burchell. Try to make them operate from the outside. Nielsen inside, and she'll draw the contact and get 2 shots. That'll finally be the first foul called on Northern Cass in the frame. That'll be the second foul on Jalbert. So 2:29 to go here in the quarter. Nielsen at the stripe for 2. Foul shot high into the air, off the back rim, no good. So Valley City, again, they've been hot and cold at the stripe this year. So far, it's starting off cold, 1 of 4. Nielsen dips down low, puts that one up, and it's off to the side, no good. They get their miss and put it back up and in. Good hustle by Mariah Freeze for 2 points. So 33-16, Valley City doesn't leave empty-handed on the trip. Jaguars have their pass tip. Mariah gets in the passing lane. Now throws a good pass up ahead to Potratz. Potratz takes one dribble, undercooks the floater. Maddie Freeze pulls down the loose ball. Now will rotate it back out up top. Inside they go to Nielsen. Nielsen does a good job keeping the body in good position, but can't finish in close. Valley City has left about 6 points just within 2 feet of the rim. They've missed 2 fast break layups, and Nielsen had everything right about that play until the finish. And that's going to be a bit of a bailout foul right there. Jalbert went screaming inside, and, I mean, if you're going to ask why I think that's a bailout foul, because, granted, she grabs the ball almost like you're a fullback going through the A gap, and just 2 hands for safety on the ball. Doesn't really try to put it up and kind of jumps, and, yeah, shooting fouls. Like, a little cross if you're on that one, if you're Valley City, but Jalbert getting to the line here, and again, the free throws have helped the Jaguars keep this close. They're 6 of 6 at the stripe, so that's a 2-for-2 trip. And again, 15 points for Northern Cass. Where you've had it handed to you previously, you're hanging in, which is what you want. You just want to hang in. Maddie Freeze here on the outside. Nearly has it poked free, able to get it back. Now gets it to Mariah. Now to Potratz on the baseline. Feeds it in for Nielsen, who overcooks it, but Mariah Freeze does a good job following up the play for 2 points. Mariah Freeze, excellent quarter for her off the bench with 7. So about a minute 15 to go here in the second. Ryder trying to drive inside. Potratz does a good job getting her hand to it, and ultimately Maddie Anderson does a good job getting it all the way down to Mariah Freeze, and finally Valley City will convert on a fast break layup. 37-18, tick under a minute to go here. Little loss of possession out of bounds there for Northern Cass. That'll stop the clock at 56 even. Hovdenes gives this one over to Jalbert. Jalbert given plenty of room by Sky Nielsen. Now she tries to back away inside. She'll kick it out. Olsen pivots around, has it taken away from behind, and that'll be a reach and foul on the Jaguars, and that should send Valley City to the stripe 4-2. Mariah Freeze is going to be a heck of a player for this. It's 2 fouls. I was about to say that's 5 fouls. Nope, looking at the wrong side of the score, but that's on the second foul on Northern Cass. Coda Potratz lobs it into Freeze. Freeze gets contacted, and that'll stop the clock here at 38 seconds. So, and it'll also reset the shot clock to 35. Mariah Freeze with the ball. Inbounds it right to Potratz, who goes for a mid-range jump shot when she could have taken a dribble and gotten inside. Kind of like to see your senior step up and just go take the easy points. Maddie Freeze trying to pick up a steal. Batting at the ball. Trying to avoid drawing that foul, and Valley City will eventually pick up the foul. And you can tell Valley City was ticked at themselves on that one because they missed a wide-open jump shot, first of all, and that wide-open jump shot should have been a wide-open layup. And they give up 2 points right there. They've played okay, but knowing they have a lot more to give, and they're allowing Northern Cass to hang around just because of some of the silly fouls they've given up. And add another foul shot to the book for Northern Cass, and they go 8 of 8 in the quarter. So Olsen goes 2 for 2, and yeah, Northern Cass has the charity stripe to thank for still being within 20 of this game. Potratz trying to go inside, hangs, can't quite hit. The ball gets deflected away off the rebound. Now the Jaguars pushing tempo here. Now they slow it down, pass on the way. Do they get it off? Free throw line jump shot, not in time, or off the mark, I should say. So, again, not a bad first quarter for Valley City, but definitely tell that, Jimmy Howard kind of letting his team kind of cruise a little bit here. Again, you can blame part of the slow start off the senior day festivities, but you've left a couple of missed layups out there. You fouled way too many times, and Northern Cass, you got to give them credit. They're knocking down their foul shots. It's the only reason they're still in this game. If not for the foul shots, it'd be about 37 to probably about 12 to 14. So Northern Cass is making enough foul shots to stay in this one. Valley City looking to put together a dominant third quarter out of the break, really just to kind of seal this one away. So Valley City up by 17, 37-20. Back after the break on KOVC.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Django, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on 3 major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Sanford Health of Valley City is dedicated to transforming your healthcare experience and providing access to world-class healthcare right here in America's heartland. We're committed to improving the human condition at every stage of life through exceptional care, spiritual enhancement, innovation, and discovery. Schedule your appointment today at Sanford Health of Valley City by calling 701-845-6000 or self-schedule online at mysanfordchart.org. Sanford Health, here for all, here for good.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Lever's Foods, best quality, best price. Lever's Foods, best service, they're nice. Lever's Foods, they make everything right. Lever's Foods.
Happy Valentine's Day from Lever's Foods. This week, check out these sweet deals on Our Family Jumbo Biscuits, 4 for $8.88. Simply Juice, $3.99. Jimmy Dean Breakfast, $6.97. Our Family Navel Oranges, 4-pound bag, just $2.99 each. And 4-ounce lobster tails, only $6.99 a piece. Deliveries available by calling 845-1732. Lever's Foods, Valley City.
When you're craving the taste of juicy, flavorful, locally sourced beef and pork, look no further than your locally owned Valley Meat Supply. At Valley Meat Supply, we take pride in bringing you the finest cuts of beef and pork straight from local producers. So whether you're planning a mouth-watering barbecue or a cozy family meal, choose Valley Meat Supply for the highest quality, locally grown beef, pork, and award-winning jerky, sticks, and sausage. Valley Meat Supply, West Main, Valley City. Your taste buds will thank you.
Rambo, a proud sponsor and fan of Viking and Highliner Athletics, has been serving North Dakota, South Dakota, and Minnesota with quality logoed apparel and promotional products since 1979. With online store options built to meet the needs of your company, organization, or team, Rambo will ensure process of ordering is easy and accurate, and that your items are received on time. When you're ready to put your logo to work, give Matt a call at 701-680-9585. Rambo, we're in the business of making you look good.
And we are back here to talk about our halftime. It is 37-20 right now in favor of the Valley City girls over the Northern Cass girls team. Now, for Valley City, again, pregame festivities, all that, throwing out the reserves that don't get a lot of playing time for senior night. Get that. Northern Cass started off well, 7-2, took advantage of it. Ever since, Valley City's really dominated this game. So if you want the exact stats, they've outscored them 35-10 since playing the way they normally do. Now, even with that, there's still holes to punch in this, and that's saying a lot for Valley City. Like, there's still things to improve on. Like, Jalbert's gotten a couple of looks that you need some more gusto in getting out there to defend. Like, she hasn't been left wide open, but the problem is that you just haven't shored up the gap. You're leaving her about a 1.5 foot cushion, and you got to get out there and close her out. Right now, she's the only offense they have. She's got 10 of their 20 points. Carly Ryder's got 6, really, and again, this just comes down to how the game gets called sometimes. Northern Cass has a boatload of foul shots. They had 8 trips, or they had 8 foul shots in that quarter, and they made all 8 of them. If they don't go to the stripe once, it's 37-12, and we're talking about, how Valley City has run away with it. So is it a case of just a team getting to the foul strap enough to keep themselves around? And again, this isn't like Valley City is under a heap load of pressure here, but it is one of those where you feel like that you're up, but you haven't necessarily played your best. It's a good thing to be able to poke holes in, is the ability to not maybe play your best and still be up 17 points. Like, it just is what it is sometimes. What you'd like to see from Valley City is probably get the guards going a little bit more. Maddie Freed's done a good job being a hustle player. I'd like to see her maybe get a few more opportunities cutting inside, a few more looks from deep. Dakota Potratz, same thing. I think at Valley City, if you're looking for a team that's going to want to win the back-to-back state titles, they are going to need more consistency out of those two players. Like, they're good at riding in the back seat sometimes and letting Katie Burchell and letting Sky Nielsen carry the load. But if you can get that tertiary scoring option that can give you 12 points off of just being in the right spot at the right time and making the open shots, that goes a long way, especially in girls basketball. You know you have a superstar in Katie Burchell that's going to get you to 20 almost every single night. You know Sky Nielsen is going to have her points most of the night too. So you just maybe need a little bit more consistency here from Freeze and Potratz. But Mariah Freeze, she's done a good job coming off the bench. Again, ever since she started, I think play more of a kind of I would say almost a power forward role almost. And again, power forward is not her probably natural position. It's probably more small forward. But ever since she's been probably more aggressive on attacking inside is when she's really started to step up her game. She's got 9 points, and she's done a good job playing defense. I mean, you can make the argument that as good as Katie Burchell has been, Mariah Freeze in her short period of work was probably the best player out there on the floor for Valley City at times. So it's just kind of one of those things where Valley City knows that they're a dominant quarter away from making this very lopsided and being able to put the reserves in and being able to kind of shut up shop early. But they also know that they've seen Northern Cass hang around with them at times. So be interested to kind of see how both teams come out. Valley City in front, 37-20. Back here in a little over a minute and a half on the Voice of Valley KOVC with the start of our third quarter play.
Why choose professional eye care centers? 4 great reasons are Dr. Bone, Dr. Freilich, Dr. Jango, and now introducing Dr. Jordan Thomas, 4 of the most educated professional optometrists you'll ever meet. Next is their many locations. You can now see one of their spectacular doctors in Jamestown, Valley City, Carrington, Edgeley, Ellendale, and more. And finally, their fantastic selection. And yes, all of their frames and lenses are backed up by warranty. Visit ProEyeCareCenters.com and make an appointment today. Professional Eye Care Centers, clearly the best.
Are you on the right financial path? Are all your financial professionals on the same page? At LaRue Laco Financial, you can be assured that your investment professional and tax professional are working together. Call Ryan LaRue or Chase Carpenter at 701-845-6938 for an investment professional, and tax and accounting professionals with Jim Laco and team at 701-845-1660 for a tax professional. Security is offered through LPL Financial, member FINRA SIPC. Grotberg Electric believes in quality first, taking pride in the work and standing behind every project they do. They bring together the power, technology, and experience to keep your business online. The success of Grotberg Electric depends on three major ideals: the quality of their products, the commitment to their customers, and most of all, their customer service. Call Grotberg Electric today at 845-3010 or visit them online, grotbergelectric.com.
Valley City with a 37-20 lead as we get set to begin our third quarter of play. Valley City, they are led in scoring right now. Katie Burchell with 13 points, Sky Nielsen with 8, Mariah Fries with 9 off the bench, Maddie Fries with 2, Dakota with 3, and Rylan Johnson with 2 points, scoring during that kind of senior day segment. So it'll be Northern Cal starting out with the ball, and we're back underway, putting it into the hands here of Melander. Nylander gives it over to Jalbert. Jalbert, half of the points for the Jaguars so far today. She works against Nielsen, trying to spin her way inside. Nielsen does a good job holding her off, and I believe that was Maddie Fries getting her hands in there. Forces the ball out of bounds, but Jaguars will get the setup for an inbounds here. Good cutting pass inside, and Valley City picks up a block from behind. Don't know if that was Nielsen that got the hand to it, but Highlanders gave up an open look at the rim, but ultimately able to cover it off and force the miss. Ryder back outside here. Now trying to go in. Kicks it out to Melander. Melander I got away with a bit of a bunny hop. Valley City throws up a double team, and that's going to be a travel on Olivia Olson. So good time double team there by Olson, or by Nielsen on Olson to force the travel. So Highlanders had to bring it up here with Potratz, regular starters out there. Potratz gives it over to Koka on the wing. Koka looking into Burchell. Burchell does a good job to win her one-on-one matchup and puts it up and in for 2 points. She's got 15. Good leading pass there by Koka. Put the Highlanders in front by 19. Ryder going inside through a lot of contact and gets at the drop. So Ryder's been aggressive in this one. She's got 8. So both teams exchange of buckets here in the first minute of this first quarter. Nielsen passes it out over to Potratz. Now Nielsen trying to cut inside. Good look for her, and she'll finish for 2 points. Sky in double figures. 6:45 to go here in quarter number 3 on the LaRue Lockout Financial scoreboard. Nielsen with the steal, now trying to throw it up to Potratz. Potratz trying to win the foot race down the floor against Olson. Can't get it to drop, and Jimmy Howard might have wanted a foul called on there. Nielsen trying to play 1-on-3 defense, able to force the miss. Valley City unable to get to the loose ball rebound, but Nielsen does enough to hold the fort to let her teammates get back. Jalbert with a head fake, driving down the baseline, will rip this one out. Wide open wing 3, shot left short. And now Maddie Fries tumbles over a Jaguar. She'll pop right back up. Now over to Koka. Koka with a head fake, kicks it over to Potratz. Potratz now over to Maddie Fries, gives it back to Burchell. Burchell with a double team, hit on the way up, can't quite finish, but she'll get 2 shots. Maddie Fries running back on the break, tripped over a prone Emma Hovdenes, and actually a little shocked that you didn't see the foul call there, but Fries decided to let it go, and Katie, usually one of the better foul shooters on the team, leaves it short, so Valley City has missed 5 of their first 6 foul shots in this one. Again, it's been the ultimate hot-cold run for them. And that'll rattle in, so able to cash that one in. Valley City finally up by 20 points in this game, 42-22. 6 minutes left to go here in quarter number 3. Ryder shuffling, now will go over here to the wing now down the baseline, rips it over in the corner here to Melander, now back to Jalbert. Jalbert pumped on a 3. Valley City thought there was an up and down travel, and Jalbert just throws something at the rim, and she'll get 2 shots for it. Seeing who they call that one on. They're going to call that one on Maddie Freeze. That'll be her first. So Jaguars made the first 8 foul shots, make that the first 9. So the Jaguars essentially have the charity stripe to thank for this game being semi-competitive. Now Jalbert will dip down low again, and that'll be up into the air. So it is a 10 of 10 start for Northern Cass at the stripe. And Valley City just kind of almost waiting for the run that's going to put it away, but they've just not really been able to put that type of run together. Good feed here, Suffolk to Nielsen. Nielsen inside, and that's tic-tac-toe basketball for 2 points. Again, the offense isn't playing bad. I don't necessarily think the defense is playing bad. I just think it's kind of a mix of Northern Cass hitting above their usual shot total. Long three by Ryder off the mark. Nielsen gives it over to Dakota. Dakota will take a dribble, size things up, rip a pass. Out one, trying to find Maddie Freeze inside, and it went through her hands and out of bounds. Nylander will bring the ball up here for the Jaguars as we get down to 5:05 to go in the quarter. Nylander working against Potratz. Potratz had a hand in the passing lane, and the referee will call Valley City for another foul. Well, that'll actually be the first foul on Potratz, and for her, that's actually an improvement. She's been a player that's gotten herself in foul trouble very early in some games. Fortunately, kind of, again, with the senior day theatrics, as Ryder will take a step back, knocks that down. I was going to say, because of the senior day theatrics, hasn't really had a chance to get in foul trouble. And a travel called on Valley City. So, again, Northern Cass are just not allowing Valley City to run away from them, really, in any quarter. I mean, they're hanging tough. I mean, yes, it's a 17-point game. I know that, looking at the scoreboard. But just watching how this game's unfolded, Northern Cass has played probably up to their ability on Valley City today. Sky Nielsen, though, going to take a turnover and take it down the floor for 2 points. Nielsen, 6 points in the frame. Gives her 14. Jalber with a little head fake, trying to go inside, working against Nielsen. Now kick this one back outside. Jalbert in the corner, fakes, now pass inside. Ball tipped, it goes right to Jalbert again. Now this one into the hands of Nylander. Potratz trying to get her hand in the passing lane. Nielsen went for a steal on Jalbert. Jalbert tries to feed a pass inside. It'll be out of bounds off the Jaguars, and Valley City will make some substitutions here. Glant, Kaylee Nielsen, and Coca back into the game. So we get down to the 4-minute mark of this third quarter. 19-point advantage for Valley City. This one a little too soft of a pass there from Kaylee Nielsen. Makes a great play to get to the ball. Finds Sky for 2 points. So some sisterly love is going to get Valley City their largest lead of the day at 21 points. 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Northern Cass now dribbling around. Will pass this one around the horn here. 3-pointer on the way. Leaves it short, but it goes right into the waiting arms of Carly Ryder. Now they get a 3-pointer again. This one hits the net, but the underside. Jaguars get another chance at it. Third chance opportunity. Feed the pass up top. Drive it inside. Not a bad look. Or they whistle to travel. I was going to say, you'd call that a foul. That's the ultimate bailout foul. That would have been a foul, but referee whistles for its travel. Valley City had the turnover either way. Glant brings the ball up here for the Highliners. Rolls it over to Coca. Feeds it inside to Nielsen. Wins her one-on-one matchup against Olsen. And Sky Nielsen, again, she plays kind of that second leading role to Katie Burchell most nights. That's just going to be a wild shot up and in for 2 points by Northern Cass. Sometimes they go in. 50-29 here. Katie Coca, with the ball. We'll give this one over to Glant. Glant takes a jab step now between the legs, takes a step back, and will give it over to Coca in the corner. Coca dribbles down baseline, loses it, and out of bounds. It'll be off Coca. And now will be Rylan Johnson coming back into the game to replace Sky Nielsen. .2:28 to go here in the third. Highliners with pretty much all reserves out there right now. Olsen inside, can't get it to go, gets her own miss, can't quite finish her own shot off, but she will get 2 at the stripe. Both teams have had a fair amount of cracks at the stripe. Valley City has just been far less prolific than the Jaguars. Now shot up and in. I mean, you're not at the stripe. It's your night at the stripe. Go to the county fair and find a carny and start winning some stuffed animals. Next one up, finally a miss. So 20-point edge for Valley City, just a shade over 2 minutes. Kaylee Nielsen inside, shoved from behind. She'll get 2 shots. Foul, I believe, is going to be on Olsen. That'll be her second. Stop the clock here at 2:06. Kaylee Nielsen missed her first 2 foul shots of the day. Foul shot for her is up and in. So Kaylee Nielsen knocks that one down. Olsen comes out. Jalbert comes in. Nielsen puts it down and will put it up, and that's off to the side. No good, but knocked out of bounds. Valley City's going to get the ball back. Going to been the best way to describe it would be a tumultuous day at the stripe for the Highliners in terms of their percentage, but they managed to get the better end of it sometimes. Johnson takes a bump and hits a hook shot, so Rylan Johnson, her second bucket of the day. Little interesting footwork there, but hey, it drops, it drops. Ball will be tipped out of bounds here. Highliners in front by 23. Jaguars have their pass intercepted, so Valley City's defense forces another turnover. Glant now brings the ball up, gives it over to Suffolk. Now back over here to Johnson, over to Kinsley Glant. Glant trying to drive down baseline, thought about spinning and throws a pass that goes right through the wickets of Johnson. Minute 39 to go. I think this is the best way to describe this is that this is what a B game really feels like. You're not playing bad if you're Valley City. Like, have you played your sharpest? No. But you've also played your reserves a lot more than you would have regularly. Jaguars get inside for 2 points off the glass for Winterquist. This has been by far Northern Cass's best quarter of work in this game. But this truly feels like a game that Jimmy Howard is just going to doesn't really care what the overall margin is. He just cares that his team is going to win. Haley Nielsen, turnaround 2, gets it to go. She's got 3. Like the luxuries of wrapping up Region 1 play with like 4 games left. Good pass inside here for Northern Cass, and they'll get that to drop. So 2 points for Schenk. So 21-point lead again for Valley City. And Suffolk for 3, doesn't get it, gets her own miss down the baseline, kicks it out to Coca for a mid-range 2. That's off to the side. Kaylee Nielsen saves it. She'll try to face up, miss it, and now it's Ryder running the other way. Coca trying to stay in stride with her, but Ryder will win the race down the floor. And now Northern Cass goes on a little run of their own. Got to give the Jaguars credit is that they certainly have not been playing with any type of fear in them. They're going right at Valley City today. Highliners, again, the better team, and it showed up in the second quarter and in the late stages of the first when the Highliners just ran roughshod over them. But, I mean, I am really impressed with how Northern Cass has played in this one and have hung around. Haley Nielsen at the foul stripe. That'll be up and in. Mariah Freeze comes in along with Potratz and Maddie Freeze. This kind of, again, feels like a game where Jimmy Howard is going to play his starters pretty much the bare minimum of minutes that he needs to play them to win, which isn't a bad thing. That one up and in. So a 2-for-2 trip for Kaylee Nielsen. So the Jaguars set to inbound it here. They'll have 10 seconds to work with. They give it over to Melander. Melander brings the ball across half court, about 7 seconds. Using a screen to try to create some space, trying to find Jalbert. Valley City shuts it down. Now ball on the deck. It'll be out of bounds, so Valley City able to force the miss, or I should say not even force a miss, but prevent a shot from getting up to bring it into the third quarter at the end of 3. It's 57-36 in favor of Valley City back after the break.
Hi, this is Clint from Central Avenue Health Mart Pharmacy in beautiful downtown Valley City, your only locally owned pharmacy since 1989. When you're locally owned, you care about your community and your customers. We offer a great selection of gifts and toys, as well as yarns, fabrics, sewing, and crafting. We are here for you from 9 to 5:30 weekdays and Saturdays 9 to 1. For all your pharmaceutical needs, give us a call, 845-5280.
Health Mart, taking time to listen and care.
At CHI Mercy Health, we believe human kindness is at the root of all healing, providing care on a human level, courage when it's needed most, and a connection that's ever present among us all. Human kindness is meant to be shared. It puts a smile on someone's face and seeks to do the same for others. Take the time to nourish what's inside and watch your life flourish outside, because taking care of yourself is an act of human kindness. Just like human kindness, happiness can come from the most unexpected places. Whether it's from your friend, your dog, or a memory, embrace it and pass it on. CHI Mercy Health of Valley City.
Back underway here as we start our fourth quarter. Mariah Freeze going inside over to Katie Burchill. Burchill lost it on the deck, gets quadruple team. Now we'll kick it over to Maddie Freeze. Splits the defense and gets it up and in for 2 points. Only the second basket of the day for Maddie Freeze. Valley City, though, up 23 points. Jaguars going to commit the turnover. Bit of shuffle of the feet there. Now Sky Nielsen coming in, and she'll be replacing, is that Ryland Johnson? Yes, it will be. So Ryland Johnson will exit stage right for her senior day. Good performance for her, 4 points. Again, doesn't get to play a whole lot. If there was going to be any senior that scored in this game, probably wanted it to be Ryland. Burchill got a look inside, couldn't finish. Potratz got hit on the way up, couldn't finish. Burchill gets another look, finally puts it away for 2 points. 61 points for Valley City. Katie Burchill now at 18, tied for the team lead with Sky Nielsen with 18. Nylander throws a pass up top here to Jalbert. Jalbert looking to set up something. Valley City going out there and trying to cut off another wild shot. This one tipped up into the air. Burchill with the board. Now Potratz running the floor, tries to hit Maddie Freeze. Freeze has it poked away from the high, and ball on the deck trying to save it, and it'll be out of bounds off Valley City. And now that one, it was wishful thinking there from Potratz, trying to thread what was a very tight needle. Freeze nearly had a handle on it, but through that many limbs and with that much heat on it, you're asking a lot for your teammate to hold on to that type of pass. Jalbert, good pass inside here to Olsen, and they're going to say, okay, another shooting foul. That seemed to be on the deck, but they're going to whistle it on Potratz. And I think Potratz kind of side-eyeing the ref, thinking she got hit on the other side of the floor and didn't get a foul call. And Olsen kind of just bumped into her and got 2 shots out of it. Didn't really even look like she was going up for shots. Misses the first one, though, and misses the second. So Burchill able to pull down the board. Now Mariah Freeze kicks this one over to Dakota Potratz, finds Nielsen all by her lonesome, and she'll finish for 2 points. So back-to-back 20-point games for Sky Nielsen, and Valley City up 63-36. Northern Cass gets this one back on the outside. Jalbert trying to feed Olsen. Olsen a little stutter step, can't finish. Mariah Freeze with the rebound. Now with her head up, looking to potentially pass, but will give it over to Potratz. She'll step in for a 3. Off the side of the rim, no good. Maddie Freeze doesn't go after the rebound. Melander will be the one bringing it up. She'll roll it over to Jalbert in the corner, using some traffic to create space, but Potratz with a nice block on the closeout. Nielsen now up ahead to Freeze. Freeze took a bit too long to get the pass off, and that's why you got to play with conviction. Now Potratz able to get the steal. She'll find Freeze, so Valley City ultimately able to get the 2 points they let up. Going back to what I was saying about playing with conviction. On that fast break, Maddie Freeze wanted to get it over to Potratz. Problem is, takes a little too long to set it up, and the defense got back and nearly traveled with it, ended up giving away. But Potratz able to jump the passing lane and get the steal. Now ball on the deck, and Valley City will force a tie up here. Arrow does favor Northern Cass. Coca coming into this game. See who she's replacing. She'll be replacing Dakota Potratz. So the Highliners looking like they're going to cruise here to another win. That'll be a reach-in foul on Maddie Free. Stop the clock at 5:08. 65-36. 2 more fouls on Valley City in rapid succession. Jaguars will give this one over to, I believe that was the Winterquist, and she got that one sent back without much trouble. Maddie Freeze, good pass up ahead to Nielsen. Nielsen can't quite finish, but she'll get 2 shots. Excellent pass there by Maddie Freeze. Again, Freeze can do a little bit of everything. She's gotten better as a defender as this season has gotten on. And, again, she's not going to be asked to be the star of this team, but, you know, just by her game style that she should be able to get to right around 10 points every night pretty easily. Nielsen able to rattle that one home. Again, when you can make threes, it makes your job a lot easier in terms of how you can score. Again, I had a great player tell me one time that getting to 10 points is easy. You need a open layup and an open 3 every single half, and you'll average 10 points a game. Nielsen will knock it home, so Valley City now up 31, so the clock should continue to roll here over the next about 4:50. Northern Cass pushing off here. They'll give this one over to Winterquist. Now outside over to Melander. Melander gives this one back around the horn here. Valley City doing a good job closing off. Jaguars inside and can't get the roll. Nielsen with the board. Highliners pushing up ahead here to Coca. Coca finds Burchell. Burchell going to get it to drop 4-2. So Burchell now at 20 points. Back-to-back games where the Highliners have gotten both Burchell and Nielsen into double figures. Now Northern Cass almost lose that ball. They just managed to keep a hold of it. Melander thought about a 3. Pass inside, stolen away by Coca. Will find Burchell. Burchell rolls it out to Maddie Freeze for a 3 and knocks it down. So Maddie Freeze on senior day gets herself to double figures, and Jimmy Howard is saying, all right, we like the party. We got our points. The seniors have had their moment. Everybody that is not a starter, get off the floor. Well, Maddie Freeze is still out there, so yes, this is just going to be kind of, I think, all senior lineup. Rylan Johnson, Katie Burchell. Yep, that's about Maddie Freeze in a nutshell. Up 36 points. She's going to dive for a steal that she doesn't need to. And, well, she got her hand to it, but she took a header to the floor. She's okay. Hard coconut on that one. Yeah, but that's Maddie Freeze in a nutshell. She's going to play hard for 4 quarters. Jimmy Howard's going like, could you not? Like, could you? Like, listen, I appreciate the effort, but you do have a 36-point lead. Maybe avoid the head first dive for the ball. Katie Coca with it, finds Kaylee Nielsen. Nielsen try to back her way inside, manages to find Suffolk. Suffolk throws it off the back of the head of a Jaguar defender and loses possession. Now down to about 3 minutes to go, and that'll be off Valley City. Seeing out who's out there right now for Northern Cass. That's going, well, they got a player that I don't know out there. And Northern Cass throws it away. Johnson trying to get her hand to it. Can't quite save it. Now they're trying to roll it inside here. A little give and go for the Jaguars along the baseline. Now trying to cut inside. Highliners do a good job cutting them off. Katie Coca can't quite get the steal. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Pass inside for 2 points. And tack that one up for Schenk. She's got 6. 72-38, 2:20 to go. Hook shot, no good. Suffolk felt like she got pushed in the back there a little bit. Now the Jaguars running in transition. Shot no good. They get their own miss. Now they'll try to posture up here. A little mid-range jump shot. Good block by Rylan Johnson. Ball on the deck. Still being fought for. Coca had it. Tried to get it to Suffolk. Suffolk wasn't looking for it. and Northern Cass will get it back. And Maddie Freeze gets the block. And, well, now Jimmy Howard's going to rotate out one senior for another as Dakota will come into the game. (72-38). Valley City going to move to 11-0 here in Region 1 play. Northern Cass able to get another tough shot to go, so Schenk has got 8 points off the bench for the Jaguars. So it's 72-40. Quick transition three for Suffolk. That rims out. Potrat's unable to get to the transition. Rebound. And that'll be a foul on Dakota Potrats. And, well, couldn't have a senior day for Dakota Potrats without a transition reach-in foul. Now the Jaguars back out here. They're going to settle for an outside three, leave it short. Kinley Suffolk with the rebound. Dish up ahead here to Coca. Coca back to Potrats. Potrats finishes underneath. 74-40. With 40 seconds left to go here, Jaguars will rotate this to the outside. Now cutting in. Coca with a block. Valley City trying to tip the ball, keep it going. Dakota with the steal, has Kinley Suffolk up ahead of her. Suffolk lost the handle on it. She's going to draw 2 shots here, and, well, usually let the clock run for about 10 seconds before we stop it. So that'll stop it at 17.2 seconds. Kinley Suffolk an opportunity to score on senior night. Well, shot is up and rattles it home. And now every senior going to get a walk-off here. Potrats comes out. Suffolk going to be the lone one left on the floor. And Kinsley Glamp going to be waiting to take her off the floor as Suffolk can go 2 for 2 here. And she will, so Suffolk will leave to a standing ovation as Kinsley Glamp comes in. Valley City moves up by 36. So I'll be interested here if the Jaguars are going to try to rush something up or if they're just going to dribble the rest of this clock out. Pass out here to the outside, now down to 5 seconds, and it looks like the Jaguars are just going to dribble this one out. So it is going to be a 76-40 win for Valley City. Dominant stretch for the Highliners in that fourth quarter, outscoring the Jaguars 19-4. As I don't think it takes away from like how competitive Northern Cass was compared to where they were in the first 3 quarters, compared to where they were at against Valley City. I mean, Valley City is just the better team. That's just they just kind of are. But ultimately, Northern Cass able to hang tough for a little bit, but in the end, just too much Katie Burchill, too much Sky Nielsen. Every senior except Katie Coca got on the scoreboard today, but Katie Coca still had some steals, some blocks, made some nice passes, doing what she needed to do. But for Valley City, again, you just do what you got to do, man, and that's exactly what they did. As you kind of look through the final totals for everybody as we do the final tabulations. Again, all these unofficial marks. Let's see, we got Tess Jalbert 12, Carly Ryder 13, Emma Brenly Winterquist with 2, Olivia Olson 3 points. That is going to be Abigail Schenk. She had 8, and 2 points out there for players not listed on the roster for the Jaguars. By my count, Maddie Freeze with 9 points, Dakota Potrats with 5, Katie Burchill 20, Sky Nielsen 22, Mariah Freeze 9 points, Kaylee Nielsen 5, Kinley Suffolk 2 points, and Ryland Johnson 4 points on senior day for her. So Valley City will improve their record to 16-2 and 11-0 in Region 1 play. Just another day at the office for the defending state champions. So that'll be it for me today, folks. Thank you all for tuning in over on KOVC and over on KOVC Live. We will see y'all when we see y'all next time Valley City, they've got a couple games coming up here against Oak Grove. But again, want to thank you all for tuning in today. This is Jerry Edwards here on the Voice of the Valley signing off.